on the internet?
Should I get my mic?
Yeah, let's do the mic. We don't
Okay.
want people to just have to listen.
Do you want to give them a second to drink this all in?
Oh,
What's
hold on.
happening here?
Wait. Okay. Now we're ready.
See, I want everybody to notice tag's still on. That's a pro move on Chad Dennis's part. You got a Fedor. First of all, how have you had the discipline to keep that in a box in the basement? I would be wearing that every fucking day. That is legitimately sweet.
I washed and dried it today, and it doesn't seem like it would hold up to too many more.
How many more you got down there?
This is the only one.
I'll fight you for it. I'll fight you for it.
Right, I got my Carl the Heat Parisian Sinister shirt on.
The Heat. Look at that.
Yeah. But since it's going to be super cold down here, probably going to be looking at the Fedor hoodie. This is. Didn't you learn today that this is actually the Fedor Emelianenko shirt from Day of Reckoning?
He wears this to walk out at this event. I did not realize it when I bought it. I just went looking for the worst shirt I could find. I found this one, realized, okay, it's a Fedor Affliction shirt. And man, let me just say, since we have to take a drink whenever somebody looks out of place in an Affliction shirt, we're going to take a drink once we see Fedor wearing this bad boy.
Well, does that just mean
also
we have to drink all the time because you're wearing it?
$25. $25.
I got to think that's at least half price from the original.
These were like
sticker.
90 in 2009. So the key here is whatever the hot fashions of today are, wait 10 years, go on Amazon, and you're a genius. Look how cool and smart I look, for example, right now.
Yeah, no, you look both cool and smart.
Yeah.
All right, go get the mic.
Okay.
Tell the people about the we've already had some technical difficulties. Ben had a hard time getting his Fight Pass account to work on his television. That's why we started 15 minutes or so late. I wish I could tell you what Ben Foltz's Fight Pass password is because it's hilarious, but I cannot do that. I'm not authorized to do that. Sir Nigel Longstock is here.
Good day to you, internets.
So he'll be joining us for the Day of Reckoning. Right now, if you want to get your broadcast queued up to where we are, we have the broadcast paused on what is essentially the FBI warning, the black screen that says at the bottom in yellow letters that unauthorized reproduction or distribution of this copyrighted work is illegal.
Right, but it's the UFC's version of this.
Right.
The other one, the stream I watched on the computer, Affliction has their own version, which is somehow even more grating.
Okay.
So you want to make sure you get the right one. You're looking at the right one. We got to switch mic inputs.
I think we were. Can you just do this midstream?
Let's find out. Yeah, look, that looks like it's working.
Yeah.
Stop
Yeah.
that. Stop
Yeah.
doing that.
No, I'm going to do this the whole time.
No, don't do that.
You don't think people will be able to hear this?
We should check and make sure they're not yelling at us saying that we have screwed up something important, which is always possible. Also, did you tell people that Sir Nigel is joining us?
Yeah, Sir Nigel is here.
Indeed, sir. I have greeted the internet warmly.
Must be working because Colleen says that mic looks like a large dildo with a cord. Knew we could count on Colleen for that.
We don't know what happens around here when we're not filming.
You know, it's early, man. It's early for that. Okay. All right. Is everybody ready to do this?
Indeed, sir.
We got these beers. Danny Downs was kind enough to send us a bunch of beers, as he always does. I tried one of them for a different video I was shooting because I needed a beer from upstate New York, and he sent me one that was like a Game of Thrones themed.
Oh,
Let's just say I kind of took a bullet for us on that one because
appreciate that.
it's weird.
I'm going to try the Tech 9 Bolu made in conjunction with the rapper Tech 9.
That looks like, what is that? A wheat beer with pineapple and coconut added.
I don't have high hopes, but we'll see.
That's a sentence that just keeps getting worse the
Okay.
longer you go into it. I'm going to try this Duvel single fermented Belgian golden ale.
Okay, Danny Downs sent us some notes about these beers.
Yeah.
I'll read the one about the Bolu first. Brewed in collaboration with Kansas City rapper Tech 9, Bolu
Naturally, yeah.
is inspired by Tech's hit song Caribou Lou. As the hook of the song informs you, Caribou Lou contains 151 rum, pineapple juice, and Malibu. strong flavors, but this pineapple coconut wheat beer balances them out. As Tech9 opens in his certified gold song Hood Go Crazy, all we need is some good green and Bolu. So get to it, boys. The MMA equivalent of this beer is Nick Diaz.
Oh, okay. Nice choice. What about mine?
The what are you drinking?
The
Duvel Single.
Yeah.
Okay. A draft-only option for years, Duvel Single recently migrated to 500 milliliter, that's 16.9 ounces for you barbarians who don't use the metric system earlier this year. It's called Duvel Single because it only receives one fermentation. Original Duvel has a secondary fermentation in the bottle. Brewed with 2-row malts, noble hops, and dry hopped Citra, it's extremely refreshing Belgian-style ale. Perhaps not as well known as its brother Duvel Single, can stand on its own accomplishments. The MMA equivalent
skip
is
to the MMA equivalent.
Mario Ninja Hua.
Huh. Okay.
So,
it's a deep cut.
yeah, I guess that means you're going to get unexpectedly knocked out really fast.
All right.
Oh,
We are getting ready to begin our live stream. If you want to sync up with us,
Oh
we're
my
looking
God.
at that copyright
The
screen.
coconut is added. It doesn't occur in the beer.
It doesn't just show up in there when in the brewing process. All right. We're going to start our live stream now.
all right, here we go.
Oh, now we're looking at the affliction warning. See, and there's, as I recall, there's several of these.
I'm not permitted to divulge.
No, you cannot speak of what you see here today without the express
Oh, man,
permission of Affliction and M1 Global.
it already feels so 2009.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man,
Yeah, this is our second warning
Still going.
here?
Yep.
Third
there's one
warning?
more.
They really wanted
No
to make sure.
promises of any kind are being made with respect to the conduct of any of the participants. Well, that's a given. It's an
Any occurrence which may transpire.
Yeah.
Oh, Andrei Arlovsky looking
Andrei
tough.
Arlovsky may ritualistically sacrifice a child, and there's nothing they can do about it.
My team, my fans, my family. I'm good enough to do this, and
Remember, Andre was riding high at this time. You know,
Yeah.
everybody was like, "Andre's." Oh, look at those sideburns on fucking Fedor.
To know that I perform for my country, that my victories are thanks to God, thanks
Yep.
to my faith.
Is this going to be too loud for the mic? you think?
People let us know if it's too loud for the mic.
With a 36-second submission victory over former
But the mic's picking it up. Might be a little
Yeah,
too
it's
loud.
pretty loud.
He faces another former UFC titleist, Andrei Arlovsky.
Man, look at the design. The Affliction-esque designs are everywhere.
Fedor looks like a fresh-faced boy in these pre-fight interview slots. Andrei Arlovsky looks pretty much the same.
Tonight on Affliction, M1 Global Day of Reckoning. In the heavyweight division,
Oh.
Josh Barnett.
Look at Josh
versus
Barnett.
Gilbert Eibel.
Don't get it twisted. I'm not a nice guy.
Oh, I remember this fight.
Yep. You're gonna experience that feeling a lot tonight. I'm just gonna tell you.
Let's go. Keep going. No, I'm shitty. I can go. I got fights to go to.
They were still letting Gilbert Eibel fight people. 2009. That's crazy.
This is what I do. This is what I do best.
Speaking of people that look
Oh.
like fresh-faced youngsters,
Oh.
Josh Barnett.
Vitor Belfort.
I was designed to be a warrior, and this is.
Look at those ears on Matt Lindland.
I'm prepared mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Yeah.
Nacho Sabral versus Terry Sokish.
Oh yeah, remember that guy? Drink.
Be nice people, no matter what. But now it's time to get on the business.
You really gonna do this?
Oh, yeah, I'm not playing your game, just like I said.
You're just no fun. You're no fun at all. Baby Fedor, Kirill Sedelnikov.
that is?
Yeah.
Is a fight. Whatever is happening.
I think he tests positive after this for some kind of weird steroid thing that he later claims is the result of an inhaler.
Hold on.
But I might just be making that up.
Baby Fedor's one pre-fight quote was, "A fight is a fight. Whatever is happening, that's what's important."
He's not wrong.
Profound.
He's not wrong.
He's like, it's kind of a haiku when you think about it. Also, I don't know if we missed, Joe Lozon's little brother, Dan Lozon, is on this.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Remember that guy? Drink.
This Bolu beer is terrible.
Well, good thing it's a tall boy.
Yeah.
Is it Joe the Crow Lozon?
There will be a reckoning.
J Lau, I believe is his nickname.
The day of reckoning
Who's the
has
Crow?
arrived.
That's David Lozau.
David Lozau
Ah,
is the Crow.
that's what
David
it is.
Luzo?
Welcome
I'm
on
sure
to the Honda
plenty of
Center
people will
in
protect our
Honda.
pronunciation.
Lost,
It's
I
Affliction
believe.
M1 Global Day of Reckoning.
Stop it.
In our main event of the evening, for the WAMA Undisputed Heavyweight Champion.
Whamma.
Whamma.
Mention of Whamma.
For five-minute
What
rounds.
lucky pawn shop has that Whamma
Fedor
belt today?
Emelianenko versus the number one ranked contender, Andrei Arlovsky.
Oh, I can't get over how young everybody looks.
I know. I know.
Right in the prime of their lives.
Mhm.
I want to make a series of jokes, but they will all spoil the outcome of this fight.
You know, I don't know if we're that worried about spoilers for an event that is literally 10 years old.
I fairly vividly recall watching this event.
Yeah, I think we watched it right here, like on this couch.
In the heavyweight division.
Listen, Colleen just questioning my ability to handle my Duvel. It's just, come on. You're going to make a fool of yourself, Colleen.
Oh, Bobby Green.
Bobby
He's fighting
Green.
Bobby Green.
Oh, yeah, remember that guy?
Whom? I actually don't have a drink for that one because
Bobby Green's still around.
This is one of
He
the
just looks-
greatest cards in the history of mixed martial arts, they just said.
Jimmy Smith,
Jimmy Smith.
Sean Wheelock, and
Tito Ortiz and Brown.
Tito Ortiz did not get the wardrobe memo.
What is going on?
There we go. Just easing gently out of the frame.
Wheelock
Well, and
and
we can see the ring announcer standing there, like looking at them, like, "Come on, can we get on with this?"
Wheelock and Jimmy Smith look like they're about to be in somebody's wedding party.
Jimmy Smith looks like a damn male model, doesn't he? Looks like a mini Jason Statham.
You think?
I mean, I'm ready to buy a Gucci suit or whatever it is they make. Oh, here we go.
It looks like the old Andre lost when he was the world champion. Now can he do it again and prove the world wrong that Emelianenko is not undefeated and is not unstoppable? We're going to see it tonight.
Well, I don't know if that counts as Tito screwing up, but it definitely isn't Tito knocking it out of the park.
It's going to have a hard time proving that Fedor is not undefeated.
I mean, at this moment, and he's not undefeated at this moment. He already has a loss. He has that loss from a cut, like 6 years before this.
Now, a lot of people in the MMA world, Tito think that Ivo, he's the underdog. He told me,
Tito.
no, I'm the favorite.
Well, I spoke to Ivo actually.
That's not how that works.
Here in Los Angeles, and he said, actually, Tito, on Saturday night, I'm going to shock the world, and he's going to try to go for a knockout in the first round. So Barnett better have his game after
I
8
assume he meant
games.
to say, I gouge the world.
Barnett better have his game, his A game.
I like how our live stream, whenever Tito talks, everyone is just silent, rapt.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
you don't want to miss a second of it.
drinking it in.
This is his debut in the United States. They call him Baby Fedor for a reason. Only 20 years old,
Baby
very
Fedor.
stocky, strong, sambo background, and heavy right hand.
Okay, now Colleen actually gets some points. She claims that she recorded this pay-per-view on VHS, then transferred it to a DVD, and has it in the cupboard beside her.
Oh,
My God.
Imagine going through your VHS tapes to think about what you want to transfer to DVD, coming across Affliction Day of Reckoning and being like, yeah, well, obviously I'm going to want this. I don't want to leave this to the dustbin of history.
It's a pretty good card. All things
Use
considered.
his hands and keep the takedown away from Matt Lindland. We're going to see tonight.
Now, the three of us will be ringside here at the Honda Center.
Oh, we're going to cut backstage.
extreme close up on Sean Wheelock.
That's very close.
Ah!
Scotty Farrell in the bow.
Oh,
Scott Farrell, that's who it was.
And
Chuck Cena.
Neither of these men looks normal in an affliction shirt.
This guy Fedor's
Oh,
Freddie Roach definitely looking out of place in an Affliction shirt. That's a drink.
I think his chances are great. I mean, first round knockout. We go right after this guy, back this guy up. He's a very strong guy coming forward, but he can't fight going backwards. And as I've watched his last 20 fights, and I know him very well, and we're going to take it to him.
You said you think Andre can be a boxer.
Definitely. Andre will definitely go into the boxing field after this fight. And
Oh, really? Man.
I think we know each other for a long time. I know Andre comes to
Okay.
every fight.
Chuck Zito is wearing an Affliction leather jacket. I assume it's leather.
How do you feel he's
It says "No mercy, no fear, no doubt!" exclamation point. How many of those do you think they sold? Retail.
4 of them to the members of No Doubt. who needed them for a certain lawsuit.
Ready to dance at the Honda Center.
Oh, now we're just.
Amped up. The action is hot. Fans are going.
The
nuts.
action is not. The action has not started.
They get jacked.
I'm psyched.
Oh,
The
wow.
fans are psyched. You're going to see one hell of a night of fights out there.
I'll fight you, Chuck.
You ready right now?
Start it up. I got Freddie, hold me back.
Wow.
Who is that?
That's radio DJ Scott Farrell.
Oh, here we
Really
go.
of a moment. Sponsored by the Buckle.
In Anaheim, California, for a night of mixed martial arts action, a stacked card featuring the top fighters in the world today. Presented by
Curse Diamond's remarks. Wheelock looks like Conan O'Brien's little brother. Not inaccurate.
Gentlemen, this is Affliction M1 Global.
Is that a tattoo on the outside of Ben's forearm? Nope, just hair. Just a lot of manly hair.
God. Oh, nice. Somebody
Well, yeah,
walking out
obviously,
of Mother.
obviously they're
already.
going to play Danzig's mother to introduce the fighters
Oh, it's
here.
for everybody.
Yeah. Remember they did this at the first one? I believe they had Megadeth rocking out live. I was at that one, and we'll never forget my only chance to see Megadeth.
I guess Danzig had something else to do.
Introducing first, the striker from Amarillo, Texas, the Headhunter, Paul.
Don't fear him.
Fear the consequences.
And his opponent, the Sambo fighter from Stereosko, Russia. They call him Baby Fedor.
They do call him Baby Fedor.
Who does call him that? In the gym, do they call him that? Hey, baby F.
You think Fedor calls him Baby Me?
Heavyweights, introducing the judo player from Temecula, California, the African Assassin, Thierry.
The African Assassin from. He's got the tag on his hat too, Jeff. You and Sakuchi are twinsies.
That's right. I mean, yeah, yes, we are.
From Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Renato.
And Babalu is always just having a great time.
This is going to double the number of shirts he owns.
Come on.
And in the middleweight division, we first introduce the wrestler from Eagle Creek, Oregon, the Law.
Let's go, Lin Lin.
If you're gonna have a ugliest man in MMA contest, and I say this with affection, I like Matt Lindland, but he's got to be like a top seed in that tournament.
Have I ever told the story on the podcast about how when you were working for the IFL and you got us tickets to that event in Everett, Washington, McMacken and I came out and we were sitting in the front row right in front of Matt Lilland's family.
Oh yeah.
And Matt Lilland's daughter and his son were both there, and they could not have been less excited to be at that event. It was like they were at work with their dad,
Yeah.
just pissed the whole time.
Yeah, it was like a
Awesome.
Friday night.
Surly teenagers.
Mhm. God, Josh Barnett looks so young. We're gonna get through the whole song of Mother here, by the way, it seems.
Number one rated challenger, the kickboxer from Minsk, Belarus, the Pitbull, Andre.
I mean, if you took a picture of Andrei Arlovsky and told me this was from yesterday, I would believe it.
That's true. Why are they doing this angle with the
I don't
camera?
know.
Like
You
we're
can't
going
really-
up his damn
shows
nose.
how flat Andrei Arlovsky's nose is.
The Great Dane says his wife feels bad for you having to drink that whole beer.
It's terrible.
Are you able to taste the pineapple?
The coconut is pretty overwhelming, to be honest with you. There's Fedor. Is he wearing that shirt?
Not
He is.
yet.
He's
He's gonna-
wearing that's the same print. It's just a
Uh,
black version of it.
No, I mean, this is the last
Oh.
Emperor. But watch, when he walks out to the cage, he's going to be wearing it. Which I did not realize until I went back to skip around and see what
You
happened.
think Fedor still has that shirt?
What if he's wearing it right now?
I bet-
What about we were both wearing it? I can feel it.
You guys are
I can
shirt
almost feel
brothers.
it. Yeah.
I bet when he needs to mow the lawn or shovel the walk, he throws on that Affliction shirt.
You think he surprised Fedor early on like a Saturday morning and he answers the door in sweatpants and this shirt?
Bobby Green's fighting style.
Hood.
Hood.
Yep.
22-year-old Bobby Green.
Man.
Well, he should be in his prime now, eh?
Yeah.
Is he, what organization is
He's in the UFC.
Yeah, Bobby Green's a UFC
Yeah.
fighter.
3 5-minute rounds. 3 judges scoring ringside on a 10-point must system. No elbows to the back of the head. No knees or kicks to the head of a grounded opponent.
You know, in a real fight, they'll just kick you right in the head while you lie on the ground.
Yeah, is that right?
Yes.
According to what I've seen on YouTube, that's true.
I was sitting at home just talking about bills and some stuff going on in my life that I'm just having trials. But this is a blessing from God. And this is not the first time I've taken a fight on short notice.
Oh, okay.
Anybody at any time.
I see what's going
Hemp
on
necklace.
here.
Is that a
Yeah,
hemp
that's a
necklace
hemp
that Bobby
necklace.
Green is wearing?
Mhm.
My heart.
You took it on short notice, man. You didn't have time to take the necklace off before you had to run in there and shoot some B-roll.
Freestyle. Basically, take a fighter and whatever he gives you. You know, if you want to stand up, let's stand up. If you want to go on the ground, let's go on the ground. I don't know what this off the den. I mean, it's all respect. It's all love. This we're all professionals. This is what we do. Like you got put on the other side. I'm sorry, you're gonna feel a lot of pain.
Those graphics, man.
Good question from Colleen, who asked, "Who was the first emperor? If Fedor was the last emperor, who was the first?"
Is it Baby
Yeah,
Fedor?
okay, it was Jesus. Baby Fedor, come on.
I'm going to need an after-action report about what happens to Baby Fedor. Is he still fighting? Is he adolescent Fedor now?
You got the internet in your phone, man. I don't know.
Is he young adult Fedor?
Just let me know when you're done.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, Bobby Green coming at you from Fontana. Just a short drive from the Honda Center here in Anaheim. Also, Fontana kind of sucks. I'm just going to tell you that. There, I said it.
Don't let Bobby Green.
But he knows it sucks.
Baby Fedor, 30 years old now.
My God.
17 wins. Or no, 11 wins, 6 losses.
When did he last fight?
Hold on. Oh, he fought November 16th, 2018.
In
at
Bellator.
Bellator 209.
And lost.
He lost to Adam Koresh.
It's on a 2-fight skid, it seems.
Yeah. Prior to that, though, he'd won 5 in a row.
He beat a Magomed at Fight Nights Global. That's not bad.
Man. He also beat a guy named Carlos Toyota, which is a fake name. Obviously a fake name. Oh, my name? Carlos Toyota.
Like when you're checking into a motel.
Tim Barron says you should just chug it and move on. I like where his head's at.
No. I mean, the best thing about it is that I don't want to drink much of it. Oh, you know, some beers, they're not good, but you get used to them?
You're saying that is definitely what's happening here?
Yes, yeah. My next beer, I'm going to be like, where's the coconut? Sounds like Dan Lozon is walking out to the Offspring maybe here.
Okay, I don't understand why it is. Have you noticed when you go back and you watch Fight Pass fights, like sometimes they will clearly put something
Change
else
the
in place
music?
of the music? Yeah.
It's got to be a licensing issue.
Right, but I would think like that you can use it all because of like ASCAP fees that the arenas pay. Like, why can you use this one and not? I mean, we listen to Mother clearly.
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand why it is with some and not others.
It's a great question. You might want to direct that to someone, the UFC digital.
Oh, see, he's wearing an Affliction sweatshirt that I believe is what's the word for this? Where they make it look like a homeless
Distressed.
person's been distressed. Yeah.
Distressed. I mean, among all of the Affliction. Oh wait, I just saw the back. Okay, I was gonna say it was one of the more tasteful Affliction shirts that we'd seen tonight. It's kind of a shame that they don't let them fight in their Affliction shirts.
Is it, Chad?
That they take them off.
Is it really?
Stripped
Too
to the
much
waist?
glitter.
Yeah.
Yes, glitter would get in
everywhere.
somebody's eye for sure.
You got to keep an eye out on Media Row and see if we see any
Hey,
the
luminaries.
old school cats out there with the laptops. Their old Macs. John Morgan's got to be there, right?
You think? Did you ask John Morgan
Nothing
if he
to
attended
lose,
this?
tattooed around the collarbone of Dan Lozon.
Well,
fight because I like to compete. You know, I like to go in there and test my skills against other opponents from, you know, across the world.
He's like 20 years old here.
Different styles versus mine.
What were you doing when you were 20 years old? Did you fight Bobby Green in the Honda Center?
I can't say that I did.
Is it possible you did and you just forgot?
I was probably sneaking into bars under the name Carlos Toyota.
I'm Carlos Toyota. I'm a Pisces. What up?
I'm in this world to fight, and that's it. There's not much else I could be doing.
See that, I believe.
I love it. I love fighting every day.
Every day? It's critically important you not fight every day.
It's a big-ass ring.
It is. And a big-ass ring apron, too.
We're set for our lightweight fight. We send it to the ring. Here's Michael Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, here at the
You get that classic boxing feel. Hitting the actual bell in the ring.
Begins now.
The day of reckoning begins now, Chad.
I feel like our day of reckoning already got started.
Yeah,
that's
we are reckoning with this day. And have been for some time.
M1 Global and Donald J. Trump.
Mention of Donald J. Trump.
Unbelievable.
Can you imagine if somebody had gone back and told you, like, oh, by the way, he'll be president in 10 years?
Oh, what do you think Herb Dean would say?
Herb Dean's too stoned to know what's going on here. He doesn't care.
Oh, wow.
That's what you get for letting that dog come up there, man. Why don't you move your stuff out of the way so my dog can get by? He's too polite to say anything.
Against a single defeat. From Riverside Submission and Camacho MMA in Riverside, California, introducing Bobby King Green.
Bobby Green's having fun out there. Doesn't look super well attended for the prelims in the Honda Center. See a lot of empty seats.
Out of the red corner. At 5'10", he weighed in exactly the same at 155 1/2 pounds. A wrestler and jiu-jitsu specialist.
Coming to you out of East Bridgewater.
What?
Yeah. Got his brother Joe in his corner. Recognize those ears anywhere. I don't know if this is a real quote or not. Rick Burt says, Dan Lozon, and then in quotes, I like to get a new tattoo on the first day of camp to celebrate. That might actually be true. I can't even, or I don't know what we're even doing. Oh, Colleen says, I seem to remember this was when Joe and Dan had a falling out.
Really?
Over this fight? Do tell. Tell us more. The Great Dane says, my wife was talking during the beer fighter pairing. Can you restate that or post that somewhere? No. No, we can't. We cannot.
We can send it to him. We'll send it to you.
Yeah, we got the document here.
Oh, God. Bobby Green's coming out blasting and getting blasted.
Is Dan Lozon sponsored by the Naga like grappling tournaments?
Yeah,
because that's kind of a sweet thing, and it lets you know you don't want to go to the ground with that guy. Also, man, when's the last time you saw a pair of Sprawl shorts?
Is that what that is? You wearing actual Sprawl? Oh,
yeah.
He is wearing actual Sprawl shorts.
I used to love those things.
I think I got a pair of those somewhere.
Yeah, they're great. Well, they were.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw
There's Trump.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I mean, do you have to finish your beer even though he's just sitting at ringside? Because they're going to show him a lot.
Oh,
he's going to be right there.
I really didn't think that one through.
We got Golden Boy on the mat for this thing?
Yeah, you totally forgot that Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya were involved, didn't you? And Tito Ortiz's Punishment.com gets a spot in the corner there. Ooh. Well, it's an MMA event. The guy's been kicked in the balls. Also, I made a joke earlier about Silver Star and Toe to Toe. Bobby Green is sponsored by Toe to Toe. Toe to Toe, by the way.
You know who I'm excited to see in the crowd is Michael Cohen. He's got to be there somewhere, right?
I talked to him a bunch when he was working the Affliction circuit. Michael Cohen's probably sitting there next to Donald Trump being like, we're the best of friends and it will always remain so. There's nothing that would ever make us turn against each other.
Just read an inspirational book you might be interested in, The Autobiography of Chuck Liddell. It's all about how we're headed for the top, both of us together.
We'll never age and we'll never die, Donald.
Spencer Pratt is back there.
Dave Mandel, Share Dog photographer at the time, Dave Mandel.
One got a little bit low, hit him on the top of the cup, totally unintentional, but things like that happen. And I think that's a much needed breakthrough.
Man, even the cameraman's got to wear the Affliction shirt. You see that? Oh, come on. Just nobody gets to keep any dignity.
Man, they don't make a ton of Affliction shirts in cameraman sizes.
What does that mean?
Yeah, usually you don't often see a cameraman that's in great shape.
That's profiling, is what that is. Oh man, John Brady is in Sydney, Australia. Says it's barely 2 p.m. there, and a drinking game could really derail your whole day there.
Yeah, John, you might want to go easy.
Yes, no one else in Australia will be drunk this afternoon.
Well, I hope you guys are picking up Sir Nigel's commentary here, and then at the same time, maybe it'd be better for you if you weren't. Well, Colleen has been blocked by Joe Lozon on Twitter, it sounds like. And you know what? I don't even need to know the particulars to kind of side with Joe here. I feel like whatever you did, you probably had it coming. This is for an MMA fight. This is a long pause, dude.
This is a long groin pause. He's okay though. I don't know if you know this, but he's got nothing to lose, so he's back out there.
I heard that somewhere. All right, here we go. Action resuming. Well, you know a guy is confident in his jiu-jitsu, rightly or wrongly, when he's just going to pull guard in the first round. Pull half guard, basically.
Ooh.
Bobby Green kind of manhandling him here. Oh. Uh-oh. That might be costly.
Bobby Green fell down.
Bobby Green slipped on the kick attempt. You might have to speak up, Sir Nigel, for people to hear you, it seems.
No, dear.
Oh, Cecil Peoples. Judge Cecil Peoples.
Oh, yeah, there he is. There's Cecil Peoples. Looking
Fucking
also
Cecil
exactly
Peoples.
the same as...
Yeah.
Is that Melania?
I think it is Melania.
First Lady of the United States of America, Melania Trump.
I bet this was a magical evening for Melania.
Yeah.
Maybe this was a first date?
Again? Come on, really? Wait, did he just say that's your only warning?
Yeah, he did.
The second time? It's clearly not his only warning. We've already been through this.
Hey, there's a reason that this is the foundation of my fighting style.
Come on, man. This is your only warning.
Trying to pull this on down a little bit. You see, it looks like the left knee right up through the center. Right to the groin.
Boy, another terrible accident.
Yeah.
Looks like he was maybe going for the inside thigh. The lower stomach and right in between, right on the top. Still a little low.
Going for the that'll happen when you're going for the inside thigh or the lower stomach. Yeah.
Is this Tito saying there's a little bit of theatrics from Dan Lozon?
Part of it is to let the referee know you can't step back and go, I got hit in the groin. A lot of times you have to.
Or is that might be
No, that was Tito. This is Jimmy Smith talking.
10-point must system. So her team saying it will not be a disqualification next time. It will be a 1-point deduction.
Well, the pace of this fight so far, I find it hard to believe this one's going to go to the judges anyway, but you never want to lose a point if you can avoid it. In a close fight, that can come back to haunt you.
So for the second time here in our opening round.
This is what you want in a curtain jerker for the pay-per-view.
I'm starting to
Come
realize why this
ways.
is 3 hours. By the way, 3 hours. You heard that right. That's what you're in for. This might be a good time to hear from one of our special guests. Excuse me. Special guest. His name is Proper 12. Proper 12.
Oh, that's gross.
I have procured us a bottle of Proper 12.
Where did you get this?
Grizzly Liquor. They got it in a display up front.
Do they really?
Yep.
People drink this, huh?
Let me tell you something about this.
Got Conor McGregor's autograph on the back of it.
Does it really? How about that? And who is that? The master distiller?
Master distiller.
Whose name is not...
Yeah.
It's not like we can figure it out from the signature.
It's like it says Dylan Dennis. I don't know.
Now, see, I had been led to believe that this was not good whiskey, but that it was cheap whiskey. And at least the price points over there at Grizzly Liquor, this is literally like $1 cheaper than a Jameson bottle of the same size. Jameson would be my preferred cheap-ish Irish whiskey. So that's what we will be comparing it to.
Well, they're going out of business now that Connor's whiskey.
Oh, he hit him low again.
No. Again? He hit him again?
That was right on the groin. Damn right, Herb.
Oh, wow. Just a great curtain jerker. Well, maybe when your nuts already fucking hurt, it doesn't take that much. Have you thought about that?
I have thought about it.
I bet you have. He kind of has to after he pinned himself into a corner, talking about how there won't be any more warnings.
Bobby Green's coach advising him to stop doing that.
Really? Is that what he said? Is Bobby Green just talking to people at ringside? Come on, man.
He's saying, how about a tax cut that helps corporations?
Let me just throw this idea. Have you ever thought about a wall?
A big wall?
Bobby Green is excited to have spotted Oscar De La Hoya and Donald Trump in the audience. All right, so we have Oscar coming over here. He's going to ask him the phone if he's okay to continue and see how he's doing. Are you all right?
A lot of access here.
Yeah.
They got shotgun mics on the doctor.
Mm-hmm. That's Melania.
Oh, there's Melania. First Lady of the United States.
When it was just like he was like a semi-likable, just like TV buffoon.
Powerless Donald Trump.
There's Tom Atencio back there. Yeah, that's exactly how you. Well, except when he's like taking out full-page ads in the newspaper talking about how the ultimately vindicated Central Park 5 should be executed.
Okay, a powerless broke Donald Trump.
Jesus, there's still 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this round.
Take a smell of that.
I mean, that smells like well whiskey.
Sure, look at the Proper 12. Uh-oh. First round. We're in the first round.
1 minute left.
Oh, dear.
Oh, you better watch that.
Bobby Green's leg.
Uh-oh. Break it was the advice from Dan Lazone's corner. Uh-oh. I gave up his back, though. He's a little high. Like Herb Dean. What? Uh-oh. Bobby Green going to hang on here? I legitimately don't remember. Oh, no! He tapped out. Well, I am glad that did not go to a second round.
You know, that would have been a very fun fight if not for those 3 delays. And then a
Whoa!
backflip from Dan Lazon. Big hug for Bobby Green, even though he punted him in the balls 3 times.
I'm going to go get you a glass for some of this whiskey. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Pretty sure Tito just said day of wrecking. What a way to start off day of wrecking.
He had the chin, put a lot of pressure on it, and that was it. Hopefully submission coming up here. We can see it on the replay. Doesn't have the hooks in like a traditional jiu-jitsu artist would, but had his bicep under the neck, squeezed hard, and we didn't have very much.
Doesn't look very fun, I have to say.
No, twist there, Bobby Green.
But as Dan Lazon staying on top, he put his left leg in and actually sent it a little tighter, able to pop his head up and squeeze tighter on the rear naked choke.
Bobby Green's got to be the youngest person with that tattoo, right? On his bicep there.
With the, what are the armband? Is that what you're talking about?
Kind of a tribal armband sort of affair. Like what you see on a 43-year-old man these days.
Well, this was 10 years ago.
He showed tremendous heart, tremendous aspiration of being a better fighter. You see him with that submission, anyone would attack that deep with that much.
Oh, Loretta Hunt. There's Loretta Hunt on press row.
That was a tough first round. You must be elated to come out here with a victory.
Well, everybody gets to put their affliction shirts back on for the decision, though.
The tap out officially at 4 minutes 55 seconds in round number 1. For the winner by submission via the rear naked choke, Dan
The upgrade.
That's a terrible, what an insult to his older brother.
Is his nickname the Upgrade?
The upgrade.
That's a dick move. Okay, now I'm starting to see why they might have had a falling out.
Maybe this is the first Joe Lazon's heard of that nickname.
Yeah, they heard something. It was like, hey, man, what the fuck?
I've been kicked in the groin.
Yeah, that's presumptuous. That's very presumptuous of Jimmy Smith to say we've never been kicked in the groin.
Many, many times. I attended college. I had roommates constantly kicking one another in the groin.
Oh, Paul Buentello versus Baby Fedor. Coming up next.
Paul Buentello versus Fedor Emelianenko's 20-year-old protege, Kirill Sedelnikov.
There's an awkward pause in the broadcast.
The reason I fight is my passion. It's in my blood. So when you love something, you have to work twice as hard and fighting is something I love. The fight's the celebration of all the hard work I put together, and that's what I enjoy the most. The raw, the crowd, and letting the hands go. You don't go to jail. You know, the game plan for me is to stand and bang. 30-plus fights, never took anybody down. I want to stand to the end so my hands are raised. One thing I worry about is
Highlights of Paul Buentello fighting Big Daddy Gary Goodrich.
I think also, didn't Big Daddy have to take that one on short notice? Maybe I think Paul Buentello was supposed to fight Alexander Emelianenko in that first one. And that was the one where it was made clear Alexander Emelianenko was not going to get a license to fight in California.
That's right, because of his little pub with having hepatitis.
See, that's an unsubstantiated rumor, I believe, but thank you for spreading it. All right, I'm going to crack open this barrel-aged whiskey stout
Okay.
from the Boulevard Brewing Company.
Let me Whiskey Barrel Stout, over the top but still approachable. This twist on a classic style starts with several types of malted barley, rye, oats, and wheat. The barrel presence is there if in the aroma and taste, but doesn't dominate the palate. You'll pick up notes of espresso, whiskey, and a bit of chocolate.
I love all those things.
Clocking in at 11.8% alcohol.
Okay, all right. You're going to want to watch your step with this one.
You'll be surprised at how smooth it can be considering the ABV. It's a heavyweight beer the whole family can enjoy. MMA equivalent, Daniel Cormier.
Ah, okay.
Yes, very nice.
Let me try to adjust this light. How's that? Maybe not quite right on the side of my face.
What's going on with Paul Bontello's music here?
Yeah, if you had asked me, I would have said that this must be Baby Fedor
That's
music.
what I would have thought too. Oh, I guess it.
Oh, Kelton Ingram says, hell yeah. Boulevard's Barrel Age Series rules. And then a follow-up comment, also, you will be quickly drunk.
Boulevard Wheat, one of the finest beers available in the Midwest.
Also, Rick Burt says, Chad, finish that beer. It's dead. You're goddamn killing me with your beer nursing antics. Hear, hear. Hear, hear. All right. Have you tried any of the Proper 12 yet?
No, I can only do one super gross drink at a time.
Well, that's not great. That's not. I've had worse, but that's not great. It's not going to become my whiskey of choice. Let's say that.
I mean, that just tastes like cheap whiskey to me.
Yeah, but I mean, it is right there at the Jameson price point, and yet not right there at the Jameson quality. I would say. I don't want to call myself a connoisseur, but
no more than I do.
Had enough Jameson in my lifetime.
See, fight is a fight. Whatever is happening.
They love that line so much they're going to play it again.
My favorite part is when I win.
There's nothing I can think of.
Can we get a time on the stream? Fight Pass crashed, and I tried to sync up and accidentally matched up to a previous groin kick in the fight, and we're all sideways. Oh, Cat Pope. That isn't. I can see how that would happen to you.
Yeah, we're about to kick off Baby Fedor against Paul Bontello.
We can tell you. I can say now when the Baby Fedor Paul Bontello fight actually begins. If that helps you, we're watching the very beginning of Baby Fedor's walkout.
This guy doesn't even really look like Fedor.
Listen, man, how much do you really want to nitpick?
Fedor looks more like a baby than this guy does.
Maybe
bullshit. This is bullshit.
Maybe when Fedor was younger, he looked like Kirill Sidolnikov.
I guess maybe that's true.
Who seems just sad walking out to the ring.
He does not want to do this.
No.
But the only person I've seen so far who looks appropriate in an affliction shirt.
Well, and he is doing the Fedor thing where he's wearing the shirt that he has to wear, and then he has the really short shorts on, so it looks like he is naked. Like except, yeah.
It looks like he's Donald Ducking.
Donald Ducking it, yeah.
He got up to use the bathroom. He's going right back to that.
Danny Downs just replied, "Boom." So,
is that he's talking about your barrel-aged whiskey stout thing there? Wait, this guy has a win over Tank Abbott? Is that what they just said?
A huge knockout.
You're the one looking up people's records.
God damn it, dude.
Colleen is making proper cocktails. So, and Ben MS says, next edition of Proper 12 on the back of the bottle, the quote, ... That's not great. Ben Folks. Yeah, no. I'll even sign it. I'll put the signature on there.
No, they must have been talking about Bontello.
Maybe it's not a sipping whiskey. Maybe they mean for you to just throw it down in a hurry.
I mean, from what I've seen from Conor McGregor himself, doesn't seem like he's doing a lot of sipping.
Yeah.
What if I had a sip of that? There. So I can taste it.
You want it?
See what it tastes like. I don't want the whole thing, no. So. Ah, yes, antiseptic.
It has a notes of Band-Aid, I would say.
Band-Aid in the swimming pool.
Mhm. What do you think, Sir Nigel?
Like the inside of a light bulb.
M1 Global Day of Reckoning. Inside the ring, we get set for 3 5-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. The referee.
And then there's that dude, his translator.
Big John McCarthy.
And even Big John McCarthy looks young.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. At 6 foot 2 inches, he weighed officially at 244 pounds.
There's Bob
a
Cook.
striker and kickboxer with a professional record of 29.
Is it Bob Cook?
I think so.
I think you might be right.
Wins by KO, 9 by submission against 10 defeats. Representing, a.k.a. American Kickboxing
Yeah.
Academy.
There you go.
Hailing from Amarillo, Texas, introducing Paul the Headhunter Buentello.
Oh man, the Great Dane is down 4 Coors Lights. Says the parent-kid basketball may not go well. Is that tomorrow? Please tell me that's tomorrow. Now, you got a birthday party to go to. I know you're psyched about that.
Yeah.
What's the venue for the birthday
It's
party?
at Missoula Movement Studio or something.
That sounds like some hippie bullshit. All right.
It's like gymnastics or something. I don't know.
Touch Butt in the Park?
Yeah.
Have
you ever been to a 6-year-old's birthday party that did not develop into Touch Butt in the Park?
Will's going to a birthday party tomorrow at the Wingate, the water park at the
yeah.
Wingate.
Yeah, I've been to a birthday party there.
Yeah. She's pretty excited. Let me tell you who will not be going to that birthday party. This guy right here. Here we go.
The second fight, just so you know.
Oh, look at the mesmerizing jiggle of Baby Fedor's belly.
I mean, he looks a little like Fedor in there.
Yeah, I mean, he's throwing like he thinks he's going to take your head off, like Fedor does. Ooh. Baby Fedor going kind of hard here early on.
Oh, yeah. Jeez.
The exuberance of youth, I think,
right.
is what we're seeing here.
That's right.
See, the problem with those shorts, you can't really fit a whole lot of sponsors on there. You just, Paul Buentello, he's pretty well covered there.
He's got that Dynapep sponsorship that they look like they wrote it in magic marker in the back of his shorts.
He's also, I believe, got toe-to-toe.
Maybe a Pain Incorporated sponsorship there.
Man, it was such a time, wasn't it?
It really was.
Just anybody have a MMA apparel company.
What do you think it ran you to get your logo on Paul Buentello's shorts for Affliction Day Reckoning?
$1,500.
Not bad. Not bad for Paul Buentello.
Oh, just a shoulder chuck. I wonder if Jimmy Smith even remembers doing this. Like if you hit Jimmy Smith and you're like, hey, like if you hit up Jimmy Smith right now and you're like, quick, tell me who won Baby Fedor versus Paul Buentello at Affliction. You were there, you called it. He'd probably just be like, man, that was another lifetime. Or would he do a thing where he takes a drag on a cigarette and says, Baby Fedor, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Do you know how much shit I've seen since then? That's my Jimmy Smith.
Yeah, no, that's a great spot on. I was like, is Jimmy Smith in the room? Well, I think was that Chuck Zito or is that
Yeah,
somebody
Chuck
else
Zito's
wearing
over there
the?
sitting down, checking his phone.
Hey.
Hey! I'm gonna scoot over here to make space for my wife joining us in progress.
What'd I miss?
3 nut shots in the first round of Bobby Green against.
Just go ahead and knock yourself
Dan
out.
LeBron.
Okay.
There's a tiger wearing a crown.
Oh, that's nice.
A smooth blend with hints of vanilla, honey, and toasted wood.
Toasted wood.
Or, as
That's
we
what you wanna
described it, notes of Band-Aid and the inside of a light bulb. We're watching Baby Fedor versus Paul Buentello right now. I don't know if you noticed this, but my shirt actually has a tactile thing going on here.
Oh, it does?
You can feel it. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
Don't be shy. Get in there. Chad?
It's getting weird.
Chad?
That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are you wearing, Chad? Are
I got my
you
Fedor.
Oh, that's kind of
My
awesome.
Fedor hoodie.
His bad boy hat.
Oh, I got my Caro the Heat Parisian shirt on.
Oh.
Sinister brand.
I don't know if you told people how the part where when you took it out and you saw the part where that it has a picture of Caro on it,
It does.
and you assumed that was
I
the
thought
front.
that was the front, but it's in fact the back.
Donald Trump is back there. Melania is with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. His name
Do
is
you
on
have
the
to
map.
drink
here.
for that?
Yes.
Oh.
Baby Fedor's throwing some heat in there in the clinch.
Can he keep it up though? That's the
I'm
question.
gonna say, there's a reason that we don't know what Baby Fedor's been up to, and maybe the can he keep it up question is an answer for that. It's cut over that eye, or under that eye.
Yeah. Well, the thing about Paul Buentello is, don't fear him.
Fear the consequences. Oh yeah,
There's
there's
Fedor.
somebody looking
See,
uncomfortable
it's
in an
pretty much
affliction
the
shirt.
same shirt.
I'm telling you, he is going to wear this exact shirt when he walks out to the cage. Oh, and there's his weirdo Rasputin priest.
that guy.
Yep.
Remember that guy?
That guy saw the world in a way he wasn't expecting, I bet.
Yeah, that guy remembers all of us.
What do you think that guy's up to right now?
We see here both guys did a lot of striking in that first round. I think Paul Buentello got
Both guys did do a lot of striking in that first round.
Ooh.
Right to the left side of the face of Caruso Delgado. I think that started the swelling under the eye.
Is that what's his name? The Juanito Ibarra in the hat?
No, that's just a
The guy-
cut man. The forget that guy's name, but he was one of the guys that used to do a lot of MMA events as a
Yeah,
cut man.
he's very familiar. I know those shorts are supposed to be small, but they seem too small.
They bunch up around your sponsors so nobody can see them. If I were a Russian MMA sponsor, that's the first question I would ask. What shorts are you wearing?
But then you would realize you already know the answer.
Oh no, I've been down this road before.
And then you would say, are you going to walk out in a T-shirt that covers it up and makes it look like you're naked below the waist? You are, aren't you?
I sponsored Igor Vovchanchyn at IFC 3. Couldn't see shit.
Would you like a beer?
No. Thank you.
Oh, really? Does he? Baby Fedor? Hmm. That is a good thing to consider, is how much abuse has Baby Fedor suffered in training at the hands of actual Fedor.
True. I mean, right now he's out there like they told him he had to do this to get his allowance. I mean, those stats are surprisingly close, though, from the first round.
Yeah, it does feel like Paul Wintel has been getting the better of this. What would you call the Affliction font there? Like it's the same font that Trump is written in the corner there with the fleur-de-lis that Affliction seem to love so much. And
Pirate? You think you call it Pirate?
New Pirate?
New Pirate?
Times New Pirate?
Afflicted.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like a lot of late 2000s brands kind of fell in love with that font, and to me it just thwarts comprehension.
I hadn't even noticed that does in fact say Trump.
Yeah, just says
in
Trump.
The Affliction writing.
Yep, right there. Right next to them, and you can see it in the other corner too. See, right there, by the clock.
Look, there's another guy wearing your shirt back there.
That's
Oh,
could be you.
Oh God, that was me. I've traveled in time. I look so happy, so young, so carefree. Didn't have children. Oh, that's not a good sign for Baby Fedor. He didn't feel like setting that up at all, huh? He's just gonna dive from like 4 feet away. Oh, Baby Fedor eats a hard left hand.
Paul Wintel is having fun.
Do you think Baby Fedor is fearing the consequences?
He ought to be.
Ooh.
Matthew Thomas suggests some sort of ugly Gothic font. Cat Pope says distressed serified Old English, aka MMA font.
Yeah, that's right.
Fair enough.
That's right. The name of that font should in fact be MMA. That's what you get.
People are pleased that Sarah has joined. Well, just give it some time. Just wait a minute. Oh, and Colleen says, well, she also says, hi, Sarah, in all caps.
Hi, Colleen.
She says, yes, Jimmy Smith does remember this event. He replied to my tweet earlier. All right. The Great Dane says, my wife hates the tag on Chad's hat. He's still hoping to return it.
Taking it back to the store. Forgot to ask
which
the high school
store
girls
would
at
that be?
Spencer's what their return policy is. I will have you know this came out of a box in my basement. Just like everything else that I'm wearing at the moment. Ooh. Going to the back. Scott Farrell's going to have another backstage interview.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Fired up, stoked, pacing, rabid to get in there with Sokoju. It's like this inside the rooms. Their intensity is insane. They'll throw stuff at the door if I didn't try to get in there. Babalu is ready. He's already been jacking one another.
First of all, there's no door.
Different counter punches, everything, rabbit punches. All his guys are his handlers. You can see how fired up he is. He loves this action. He loves vengeance. He loves intensity. He's ready to get it on. Let's go back.
How much coke is he on right now?
Scott Farrell?
Yeah.
All of it. All of the coke. Oh.
Maybe Fedor doesn't seem that hard to hit.
Takes after his dad.
It's not how it works, man. That is not the relationship. You're not understanding what's happening here. We are 2 fights in, by the way.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah. It seems impossible.
Any good beers?
Well, I'd recommend everything I've had. Chad seems to have had a different experience.
There is another Bolu over here if you want to get into it.
From Tech 9, made in conjunction with rapper Tech 9. It's wheat beer with pineapple and coconut added.
Whoa, okay.
It's tempting, isn't it?
That's kind of, I like pineapple beers. I don't know.
How about you just put it right over here?
Okay.
You just think about it.
Third round. 3 of 3.
Even the clock is just weirdly stylized.
Yeah. Some blood spatter around the clock to make it extra classy.
There's Tom Atencio sitting there also going like, you know what? I've ridden a rocket ship to the sun, and I'm a god forever. It's only going to get better from here. People will constantly be paying $90 for these terrible fucking t-shirts. It will never end. T-shirt guy.
T-shirt guy. That is what he was known as.
Oh, god damn. Look up this event on Wikipedia so you can tell me how much money they made for this, because you know it was a ridiculous amount.
How much money?
The payouts are going to be on the Wikipedia page for the event. Like if you scroll down, fighter salaries. He's already got it on the phone. Paul Botolo made 90 grand.
Yeah.
90 grand for this.
You want to know how much Baby Fedor made though?
10 grand?
10 G's. Bobby Green only made 4.
You would think the short notice guys would have done much better. Paul Bontello, 90 grand, including $20,000 win bonus. So he made 70 grand just for showing up in the second fight of the night.
Yep.
I mean,
Spoiler
I guess
alert.
that should be. Fine. Were you confused from this point who was going to win this fight?
You never know what's going to happen.
Oh, damn. That's a stiff left hand.
I've never seen a baby take this many punches before.
It's just, you're not grasping the concept.
What are we stopping this for?
Wouldn't it be nice to live, though, in an MMA world where it wasn't amazing that, like, a professional on a pay-per-view on the undercard made 90 grand? Oh, do you want to fight? And the response is, I guess. Whatever, man. I mean, he also doesn't understand English, so that might be part of it.
What year is this?
2009, January 24th, 2009.
Oh, so it's like a decade.
Oh, Curse Diamonds points out, Baby Fedor def got some M1 money in there, or conversely, M1 got a lot of Baby Fedor's 10K.
Yeah.
That is a good point there. Jonathan Taub, one of those. I never knew I needed Baby Fedor versus Junior Baby Albini, but they both roll up their diaper shorts. Oh man!
I don't think that's legal. I don't think it's legal to do a baby.
One baby to rule them all. Craig Tasker asked, "Why aren't you guys using koozies?" That is a good question. I've got a great big box full. Hold on, God damn it!
Wait, they stopped it. They stopped it. Another scintillating victory for Paul Bontello. In a long line. Whoa, what's that thing?
What is that? What was that?
Some kind of 2009 sports drink thing. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, that is Juanito. That must be what Dynapep is.
All right, we are going to need these back because we're going to have to send them to people. But here you go.
These are going to be lightly used.
Some of you are going to receive a koozie that was in play here tonight.
Game used.
Yeah.
Game worn.
We won't even charge you extra for it.
They're nice. How come I don't have one of these? I guess I'm
There,
not.
there are only so many, and you are not a patron.
I'm not a patron. I don't know how to say that.
I mean,
oh yeah,
you pay in your own way.
Just go back into our bank account.
To understand where you are when your head's getting knocked around. And I think that last jab was the one that really won it for him. You see Paul Wintello
Wintello doing like a Hulk Hogan hand in the air.
It's on top of Paul Wintello's drink.
This is so weird.
That must be Dynapep.
It must be Dynapep. You're right.
What's Dynapep?
Well, the fact that you don't know means that it probably didn't work out the way they were hoping. He doesn't need the pep now, though. The fight's over.
Yeah, you should have got pep
After
before
party?
before
Is that what we're
yeah.
thinking? The commission won't let you have Dynapep. It's too powerful.
That's true. That's true.
No,
Gotta
there's
get pep
no
for
way.
the after party.
Yeah.
How do you drink it? It looks closed.
You put it in your regular drink.
Oh.
Joe McCarthy said that looks horrible. Oh. I hope you already cashed the check, Paul, by the time that happened.
Look at that shirt. That's just terrible.
That is terrible.
No, it's some kind of recovery drink.
Oh yeah, that's why it's.
I guess that makes more sense. Dyna Recovery.
Yeah, I can't see what it says. Maybe with my 2009 eyes, I could read it.
Yeah.
Chad,
Now I
can
can't seem to get the
hop
bottle
on
off the top.
Wikipedia and find out what the #1 single was during this fight.
The number one
The
single.
number one single of January 2009.
Yeah.
Let us know.
You know I love looking at the internet on my phone. Right?
Will Sadalnikov get better after this? A lot of times it takes a loss to tell you forward.
I believe 100%. Sadalnikov is still very, very good.
He still can't get that bottle off the top of his drink. He's not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to recover. Do you think this was the turning point for Paul Wintello? He can never recover from this fight. Oh, Babalu versus Sukuju. Remember Sukuju?
I don't think I do.
That's so sad.
I know we watched this though.
We did. We covered this already. We watched it from this very couch. So let's you know something about last time we bought furniture.
Make sure I'm not dreaming about my life now because.
Was it January 24th? Is that when this was?
Yep.
Just Dance, Lady Gaga.
Oh.
Okay.
And now she's an actress. Oh my gosh, 10 years. You'll never guess what will happen to Lady Gaga next.
Do what I'm supposed to do.
Should be an MMA fighter.
It'll be interesting. I'll get there and make
What else? What else was on?
Well,
the
if it was
charts?
2 weeks earlier, it would have been Single Ladies by Beyonce.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And if it was 2 weeks later, it would have been My Life Would Suck Without You by Kelly Clarkson.
What?
I don't remember that one.
Making his way to the ring at this time, the African assassin, Thierry.
Man, what an honor to be the assassin of an entire continent.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot of faith that people have in you. Remember when he knocked out Ricardo Arona in Pride?
They do. One thing about Sogoju, looks good getting off the bus.
Does look good getting off the bus.
What is his affliction
What's
shirt?
his- Is
It's
that
almost-
Jesus on it?
It's like a ghost shirt.
I think
Can't
I
even
saw
see what's on
Jesus.
there.
See, that's the thing that I felt was amazing about this shirt was I couldn't even really pinpoint a color. Like it's kind of turquoise blue, but then there's a lot of silver stuff, and like it's just
It's a lot.
yeah. No, it is a lot.
There's Dan. Whoa, look at one of the guys. Who's that guy behind him with the hair?
What guy?
Well, you got to wait for them to move the graphic here.
Come on, graphic.
Move the graphic. That guy. Whoa.
Huh. Okay, the guy with the beard?
That's clearly some kind
Whoa.
of 2009 era rock and roller.
I hope that's not just a regular person who's doing that because he wants to. Jesus, what the fuck is going on? I don't guess Wikipedia can tell us anything about that.
I don't see him.
You don't see that guy. The hair, I think he's like carrying a bucket or something, right? Is he going to be in the
Clearly
corner?
a spirit of some kind if Sarah can't see him.
He's in the spirit world?
I'm a pure soul. I can't see dark things.
Well, you're better off.
Honestly, I think the gift, spiritual, physical, and mentally, I do because I born to do. I don't know where it comes from. I think it's a gift. Definitely right now, it's the most important moment of my career because I training every day.
At this point, Babalu had been fired from the UFC, right? Because he held the choke on the dude too long. Like the dude tapped and he wouldn't let it go and he choked him unconscious. Because I believe the dude had made fun of him getting arrested by a DUI by wearing like a shirt to the weigh-in that had a picture of Babalu's mugshot.
Oh, nice.
Like a DUI. That's possible. But yeah, that you want to get your release from the UFC, maybe consider that. Instead of just like tweeting middle finger emoji, these guys should cut me. Go for that.
Okay, why does a skull need a helmet?
People are saying Wayne Static, lead singer of Static X. I don't even know what that is. Do you know what that is?
I've heard of Static X, the band.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look it up. See if that's Wayne Static.
All right.
Let's see if I can hear their music or not.
Did you say Travis Wolf when he meant Travis View?
Yeah.
Drink. Tito just fucked up.
Oh, yeah, that is him.
Oh, Jesus. He looks exactly in the picture like he does like he did just now.
Oh, my goodness.
He has some weird, like, braided beard thing.
I can see him. Oh, I don't see anything. It's just a blank screen.
Doesn't look like anything
It's
to me.
just Wikipedia.
When you were out of the room, Tito called it the day of wrecking.
What? How do you fuck that up?
That's so cute. That's like a toddler mistake.
I agree.
Let's eat some Paschetti and have a day of wrecking.
Really giving Babalu the once over here.
You know, you got to make sure he's not going to blade himself in there, right?
Yes, that's right. Rockstar Energy sponsor on Babalu's pants.
That's how a young up-and-coming sports.
I mean, is Rockstar Energy the most resilient brand we've seen represented here
Metal
today?
Militia is still a thing.
Is it?
Sure. Yeah, right?
Trump? That's a brand.
It's actually the most resilient brand.
Stop it.
Probably the current president of the United States.
Now welcome the line to heavyweights to the ring for 3 5-minute rounds. Should it go the distance? Your referee for this contest will be John McCarthy.
Yeah, Metal Militia is still a thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing
What's that?
It's like a motocross / extreme sports brand.
At 205 1/4 pounds, a judo player and kickboxer. His professional record.
Man, even Dan Henderson looks young. I mean, not that young, but younger than he does now.
He's looked the same for his face just gets flatter and flatter.
That's true.
His wife was 13 when this was filmed.
And across the ring, his adversary fights out of the red corner. At 6'1", he weighed in even at 204 pounds. A wrestler and Brazilian jiu-jitsu specialist. His professional record, 31 victories, including 3 by knockout and 16 by way of submission against only 7 defeats.
Do you think that says nothing to lose in Portuguese?
That team and hailing from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Renato
Don't leave again. It's so cold down here. You're
It is so cool.
warmth.
This season, Hanato, Babu Sabral, age 33.
24-year-old Terry Sokaju.
You know, he had a moment,
He did. He really did.
but it was really a moment.
Round number one. Sabral in the black trunks, Sokaju in the red trunks. This in the light heavyweight division.
Now, Sokaju told us in the fight interview, he says, I'm ready for any kind of Babu. I don't care if he's aggressive or not. I think that's going to be one of the keys.
I have no idea what happens in this fight.
I was just thinking that. I don't know.
I assume Babalu wins.
In his advantage, to move his feet, set it up, start a little slower.
Well, I'm going to see here, you see Babu, he's heavy on his feet. And Sokaju's really light on his toes, so let's see what's going to get out of his quickness. You're not going to take a shot like that on Sokaju.
Do you remember when Babalu retired saying that he felt like the little shots in training were making him dizzy?
Oh, no. I know every time I see him
Troubling.
now and he's working somebody's corner, it looks like he's having the time of his life.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe he's better off now.
I mean, personally, I would rather do that.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, he's not giving up on it. Donald Trump wearing a pink tie?
he is.
Where is he? I want to see him. I mean, you know.
Dude.
There he is right there.
Oh, yeah.
There's Melania right there.
Yeah.
There's Oscar De La Hoya's kid.
She looks as cheerful as usual.
I'm sure Sokaju grabs the ropes. We're going to do something about that.
See, Affliction fucked up by not hiring the Pride guys to come and like stand around inside the ring. Yeah, do that thing. Like push him back in. So Babalu seems to be sponsored by Hitman
Whoa.
Fight Gear. Remember that?
Sokaju's out of
What is
there.
he doing?
He's going back to the locker
KG.
room.
KG move.
So we're going to restart him here?
Huh.
That was weird.
Yeah. Do you think, can you do the thing where, like, if you're caught in a submission, can you put your leg on the rope and then it's
Rope
let you
escape?
go? Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what Sokaju just did,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Sokaju sponsored by MMAoverload.com. I'm sure that's still an active website.
Can we buy it? We can buy it and resurrect it.
yeah, it's going to get a huge number of hits after this.
Yeah. MMAoverload.com. See what happens. He's also sponsored by something that just seems to be called 2MMA.com. What a golden fucking age. I know we've already observed this, but man, people were just trying all kinds of things.
No, MMA Overload still exists.
Okay.
It's a place where you can go and buy MMA stuff.
All right. Well, hey, good for them. Maybe they're the most resilient sponsor brand that we've seen.
You can buy a Ronda Rousey t-shirt there.
Really?
Yeah, Mike Tyson t-shirt. Get these Venom shorts.
Whoa.
Okay.
Those go with your shirt.
That's a
They
lot.
do. They do. I wear those to the beach. I'm going to get some attention. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. I gotta say, so far tonight, nobody's tattoos go with the Affliction theme quite like Babalu's.
That's true. He was made for this.
That arm tattoo just looks like it's spreading.
great hands, not power in his fists, but when it comes to the straightforward side, I think Bob Lou has a lot more experience in that regard. He should throw a lot of those
The
hands.
thing I remember about this fight is one of my college friends, his all-time hero is Fedor, and he lives nearby and got to go to this.
I thought that was the one where in San Jose where Fedor fought.
Oh
Claire
yeah,
Danes,
no, that was San Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
which turned out very different from Fedor.
Yeah.
Look, Scott Farrell and
Nice.
Chuck Zedor sitting by each other out there.
Bros.
What do you think they're talking
Bros
about?
for life. You think they're still friends?
I mean, a bond forged at Affliction Day of Reckoning probably is not easily broken. Was that a shitty round? Did they just rub a bunch of Vaseline on Bob Lou's arm
Sure,
right
why not?
there?
It's Affliction. It doesn't matter. It's not like this counts.
Outside the ring, Sokuju almost diving for the seat there to get out of that position. And here's the devastating ground and pound.
Was this before the big hubbub about people being too slimy?
The George St. Pierre
Yes,
greasing thing?
the greasing thing.
Yeah, this is before that, I think. When was the George St. Pierre BJ
Jesus
Penn fight?
Christ, you guys.
I want to say that one was like 2010 or 11. So Nigel says 10. He seems to be basing it on absolutely nothing.
Basing it on your answer, sir.
We're having a lot of fun here in the comments, I see. Uh-oh. Bob Lou beating up on Sokuju now.
January 31st, 2009.
Whoa, it's
Wow.
about to happen.
So it's like a week later, we get the greasing scandal. Bob Lou just snuck in there with his greasing.
Pretty sure I watched that fight at Brian Dermody's house.
Huh, okay. I watched that fight in person and totally missed any kind of greasing stuff going on until people on the internet were talking about it like immediately. Okay, now people are telling us that Tracy Dickinson at least says Static X are amazing. You need to experience them.
Experience.
Like for real or like amazing, like whoa?
It's impossible to read tone here.
Can you look at this picture that somebody
Okay, I have no idea what the picture is going to be. Sleepy Andy takes an eviction. Oh! There he is! That Marco Bucci did all those years ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, Cursed Diamond still has the Anderson Silva painting. And why would you get rid of that?
Why would you?
Especially once you know that it's by noted artist Marco Bucci. Really, Tracy? This is what you feel like we need to experience?
I mean, you can tell why he's at this Affliction event.
Yeah, that fits. That's on brand. Tracy, explain yourself.
We listened to like 20 seconds.
I agree. We didn't give him much of a chance.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure the violin solo is coming
Right? Yeah.
up. Uh-oh, here we go. Well, Lou's working that choke, and Sokuju is just going to sit there and do nothing about it. This is the same thing he choked out David Heath. There it is! Oh, this time he let it go.
That was a pretty shitty fight, right?
Mm-hmm. Hell.
Tom Atencio nods. He likes it.
Just going to stay there on your knees while the guy slowly works on that.
There he is, President of the United States.
Fuck out of here. Okay, now Tracy says that song is incredible. You're just too buzzed to fully appreciate it. I'm afraid. I'm sad for you. Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm sad for me too.
Yeah.
I have to put on a blanket. You want some blankie? No? Okay, I'll just have a blankie. Ugh.
You know this is being recorded, right?
What? People can't see a blankie?
Keep saying blankie. Say blankie one more time.
This is better.
See, that's when you're glad that you did not bring up the guy's DUI arrest.
Yeah.
When you need to tap and
It
get him
actually
to
it looks
release
like
you.
Babalu Sobral has a skull wearing a helmet tattooed on his leg.
Why wouldn't you?
Why does a skull need a helmet?
Does it look rad?
All about appearances.
Skulls are
Wow,
very
Silver
vain.
Jew's taking this
Everybody knows
hard,
that.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at all those affliction t-shirts in Babalu's corner. What do you call that many affliction t-shirts? Is that like a murder of affliction
murder.
t-shirts?
These guys really want to win. They care a lot. It's not easy to go through all the training they go through.
Oh, Chris Diamond says the Marco Bucci Anderson Silva painting is the single best trophy I have ever won. It will never leave my possession. I reframed it after I got it, and I unreframed it a few days later because the chip black frame was too perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did he win it? From you guys?
Essay contest, right?
Co-main event podcast essay contest. Years ago now.
Mhm. Yeah, Cat Pope asked about what the Donald Trump rule is now. I don't know if you've noticed, the rules have kind of quickly gone out the window. You know, it's go with what you feel. This is the best advice I can give you.
I mean, there are no rules at Affliction Day of Reckoning. Is that what we've learned?
That's how you've been acting,
Is that
certainly.
You have to finish your drink if he turns to the camera and just mouths president.
Okay. If that happens, then we need to restart this stream and like go through every moment of it to figure out what else lies in store for us.
What do you think about the future
Uh-oh.
of you, future opponents?
Uh-oh. Tito's gonna do an interview.
This division,
Tito's out there wearing his double-breasted jacket.
Yeah.
Babalu's like, Affliction won't be around in 2 years, bro.
yes, and my back will be bad in about 3 months. So
Uh-oh.
I know all the
He called out
fans
Tito.
Get it on. You're an awesome fighter. Congratulations tonight, everybody. Let's give a hand to Ronaldo Babalu, one of the greatest light heavyweights of the night.
The greatest light heavyweights of the night.
Oh, that's the worst burn.
That actually was a sweet burn.
This is the first light heavyweight fight we've seen tonight, right?
I did not know Tito Ortiz had that burn in him.
I don't think he knew he had that burn in
And
him.
the timing was impeccable. Just like the slight pause.
Finkel dummy.
Yeah, there's Finkel Dummy. That's a drink.
Who?
Vadim
Finkelstein.
I mean,
Look at these Russian
are there
gangsters,
any
man.
other light heavyweight fights on this card?
12 years ago to start the company.
Yeah, look it
with
up.
Smaller fights and then with larger fights and developing fighters. And since then, M1 Global has become more popular, not only in Russia, but all over the world. And Sergey, you
Vadim?
did talk about
Or this other guy, look in the black.
No, I thought that was.
That's not Vadim. Vadim is the other guy in the gray suit jacket with the.
I think that's a priest
guy.
outfit without the collar.
But he doesn't even have a beard. You can't be a Russian priest without a beard.
It's like if someone on Star Trek went to a
Oh, the Donald Trump drinking rule should be if we spot collusion.
We're very happy about it. Nadim, if you can talk about not just
I mean,
partnership,
the
Right?
FBI did interview Fedor, right?
They did.
Yeah, or they wanted to.
Whoa.
I mean, can't say he's never had any business with Russians. Clearly, here they are, sneaky Russians.
Antonio Rogerio Nogueira fought Vladimir Matyushenko in a light heavyweight
Okay.
fight on the undercard.
Whoa.
That's the only other light heavyweight fight on the card.
That was on the undercard?
And that one's not on the page. Where are we at as far as overall fights left here?
4 more fights left.
4.
Sir Nigel's not going to make it.
I might not make it.
And hopefully more fighters from the M1 Challenge will be able to graduate into bigger shows, and tomorrow's stars will be developed in the M1 Challenge all over the world. You've certainly proven, I think,
Well,
that there are a lot
This
of
is just an
fighters,
extended
small
ad for the
A-level fighters
M1
all over the
Global.
world.
Man, meanwhile, Tito Ortiz,
Yucking it up.
I believe he's yucking it up there with Eric from Seattle, Barnett's coach. The catch wrestling guy.
Yeah. Is that who that is?
Well, you can't see him now. They cropped him out. Look how happy Tito is, though.
Yeah, all over the world. This year we have 16
Eric
teams.
Paulson.
Yeah, he's yucking it up with Eric Paulson.
Well,
And the key is to
I can say from experience that if you are in a conversation with Eric Paulson, it's going to be memorable. I don't know if you
Whoever it is wearing some very 2009 jeans.
We're also very happy that this show is
that thing that I wrote where I went shopping with Josh Barnett for a coat, and he was like in the dressing room trying on other stuff. Eric Paulson regaled both me and the salesman at this for Cincinnati, relatively high-end department store, with the story of when he was a fight coordinator on Baywatch and was like played the role of a bad guy on Baywatch, and was like he coordinated this fight that he and David Hasselhoff were going to have at the end of a pier at the end of one episode. And for one thing, he was like, no, and they, I thought it looked wrong because like I was supposed to be a drug dealer, and they were having me wear like this nice sport coat, like this weird looking like fancy green sport coat, like something you get at this place. And like the salesman just like, what is happening here? And then he was like, and I thought I coordinated all these moves. Like I was going to hit him, he was going to hit me, I was going to block, he was going to block, and then David Hasselhoff came out of his trailer and he was like, no, you throw a punch at me, I'll duck, and then I'll kick you and you fall off the pier. And he was like, so that's what we did. I got it in one take.
Heavyweight champion Josh Barnett versus Gilbert Ivel.
Oh yeah.
And then the main event of the evening.
That's the co-main.
Heavyweight
Of course it is.
championship of the world, scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. The champion, Fedor Emelianenko, versus the #1 ranked contender, Andrei Arlovski.
Is this before or after I asked Josh Barnett at a wedding if he was on steroids?
After. Oh no, this is before.
Oh,
You
okay.
asked him after.
Oh, okay.
Because the reason, you walked right up to the line of asking him if he was on steroids. The thing that made it such a iffy prospect was that they were clearly building toward a Josh Barnett versus Fedor fight, which is supposed to be the third Affliction event, Affliction trilogy.
Right.
But then Josh Barnett got popped for steroids. That event was canceled. Affliction itself entirely folded. And then, like 2 months later, he came to our friend's wedding in Montana, and he was seated at our table. And then you kept peppering him with questions that seemed like they were getting closer and closer to that, while Chad and I sat there going,
Just making small
we were
talk.
both looking at each other trying to figure out, like, how many drinks has Sarah had? Has she had enough to just go all the way with this?
According to this, they sneak Jay Hiron versus Jason High in here at some point.
What?
Oh, okay, because
So-
it's,
Like from the
I believe it's quick and violent.
We're going to have to keep
based
our
on my
eyes out
memory.
for that. Keep your eyes peeled for that one.
Spoiler alert on that one. I remember
That was awesome.
Matt, can you do a throw and then look at the camera like you're a badass? Absolutely, I can.
I remember seeing Jay Haran at something in Vegas shortly after that, and I hadn't, since his fight, I think, did not make the initial broadcast or something maybe, and I asked, I was like, "Oh, you fought the Affliction thing. Like, how did it go?" And I believe he smiled and said, "I knocked his head off," which not literally.
Right.
That would be you'd hear about that.
Yeah, that would be a record.
200 Olympic silver medalist. They named the year 2000.
I haven't thought about him in probably 4 to 5 years.
And talk about somebody looking out of place in an Affliction shirt.
That's a classic Affliction shirt, though, right there.
It is. I mean,
skulls.
It is. And Matt Limlin is just like, man, don't they make a fucking camo one of these? What the hell, man?
They probably do. Chad, can you check on your phone?
What do you think happened? There's the
Camo.
guy from Static X again.
Oh,
Yeah, no, he's got great seats.
What do you think happened to Matt Limlin's Affliction t-shirt?
It's still on the floor where he threw it right now. He's got to be the only person ever to wear the Affliction shirt and listen to this song.
Yes. Copperhead Row.
Well, Matthew Thomas in the comments, what the fuck? Came back from a doobie break. Why is Ben talking about Hasselhoff? I can't retrace the steps, and I honestly
We wouldn't want to.
No, I kind of like that. I can imagine how disoriented you must be being stoned and trying to figure out how this happened.
Look at this man, Matt Limland.
Grappling tights.
Matthew Thomas writes, this comment thread is now about Wayne Static. He's dead? Wayne Static is dead?
Oh, really?
Prescription drug overdose.
Oh, well, now I feel kind of bad.
His adult film star wife, Tara Ray. They're both no longer with us? Wow, this is a lot to take in, man.
Well, that brings a somber tone to the Affliction Day.
Yeah.
Did he have to have a special coffee?
You know what that calls for? That calls for a little bit of a proper 12. It's just Irish wake style.
Is the cat in the frame?
Why are you asking me?
I don't know.
Let's
You want me to look on my phone?
Yep, hey, he's kind of in the frame.
Find out. Here. No, I'll get him. This is Tank. There, I've got my cat in my blanket. This is nice.
Making tea. I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea and watch Affliction Day of Reckoning.
Now you guys see why I have to do all this binge drinking. Now it makes sense.
Look at that guy. Oh, he's having a great time.
Oh, yeah. What's his shirt
Looks
of?
like he's wearing a Hendrix shirt, maybe.
Turn it up a little bit. There we go.
Turning it up?
It's barely registering on the mic stuff right now.
You think people want to hear the audio from the pay-per-view on their live stream?
You know,
they're probably watching it themselves.
There's
I
a
don't
lot-
think they need to hear.
All right,
It's
you know what?
too loud. You barely
The
heard
one-
me.
The person with the blanket on her lap and a cat says it's too loud.
Oh, here's the other cat. Come here.
Oh, God damn it. What the fuck is going on here?
Whoa. This is Harry. Harry Houdini.
You know they don't
Yeah.
get along. I don't know why you would encourage this.
I don't want to bring an actual somber note to the Affliction Day of
Uh-oh.
Reckoning, but the two coaches here are Sean Tompkins and Robert Follis.
Oh, well, shit.
That is
It
somber.
does bring a somber note to it.
There's Ray
There's
Sefo.
Ray Sefo. That'll bring us back up.
Yeah,
Yeah. What's he up to?
living,
Breathing?
still alive.
I feel bad that Vitor Belfort has to go into this fight with the optimal male body of Matt Limland. Right? You think Vitor Belfort feels bad that he has to fight
Do you remember
the
look at
beautiful
that
body of
Matt
Matt
Lindland
Limland?
picture.
Do you remember what happens in this
I
fight?
do.
Because
I don't think
if you're not ready for a somber tone, this is not the fight for you.
Just excited for my guy Matt Limland to go out here. Make some hay, right?
I feel like my face right now is the emoji like that. Oh man, I'm not even sure I want to live through this one again. Oh,
ladies and gentlemen, here at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California, Affliction.
There's Trump back there again. Look, he's just walking around, getting in every shot.
Glad handing. You're like, you're gonna vote for me for president? People are like, yeah, right, man. President of what? This fight organization? Sure, man.
One of the greatest presidents of tonight. I mean, that was
man. You
maybe
ain't got
the
a
sweetest burn I've ever seen Tito lay on somebody.
There's no way he meant to do that. There's no
Still
way.
worked. It still worked.
Okay.
It was like he started the sentence and realized it wasn't true and had to
He's clapping for himself. Look, you don't have to tell us
Look
he's
at
a
that body.
38-year-old
Look at
wrestler
that
when
body.
his shorts and his underwear are pulled up to his literally to his belly button.
Nothing not to like about Matt Levin.
totally agree.
I just don't know how Vitor Belfort managed to compete with his chronically low testosterone that he was suffering from at this point. Clearly, you look at him and you're like, that man is wasting away. Like, can we get that man some help? Robert Drysdale?
Yes, Drysdale, Ray Seafield.
Oh boy!
Did Drysdale test positive before he could even have a UFC to him?
Something like that.
Protect yourself at all times. Listen for my command at all times. If you want to touch them up, now's the time to do it.
Let me tell you, Belfort looks like he's in phenomenal shape right now.
But how?
Is that Hoyce?
I think it might be Hoyce.
Cobra tattoo, mid chest. I mean, he's
Faded
doing it
green
right.
cobra
He is
tattoo.
doing it right.
Yep.
Couple of knee sleeves. It's my spirit animal.
Keep
out
you
there.
from knowing which one is the bad knee.
Get him, Matt. Oh, I can't even pretend.
Yeah, this guy's acting like Vitor Belfort's career will ever end.
Oh,
oh, get in there!
Oh, not good.
Oh God! Oh God! There's Tim Sylvia back there. Is that Tim Sylvia?
That was Tim Sylvia.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and somebody's gonna draw on him. He's out.
Did Twitter exist back then? Because
I
if they
was
did, people would be tweeting, "He dead."
I was
Just
just
dead in
wondering
all
if Twitter
caps.
was around.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no!
This is unpleasant to watch.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Oh yikes! It looks like you just saw Static X.
Tracy Dickens is going to be mad at you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Where's the doctor type person for this?
Oh, hey, need a doctor. You guys need me?
I was just back there posing for pictures with Static X.
Oh.
What are they doing to his head? Stop doing that to his head.
Oh. He's trying to
yeah,
single leg
he's
the
trying to
doctor.
single leg.
Nice. Thanks for showing up, Sir Nigel.
Some rich wristwatch commentary. What is Linland doing? Just be still, sweet prince.
Oh man. Oh. God damn it.
You see, over in the UFC, they would not be showing this to you.
No.
They would be finding other stuff.
Oh, they already got the
There's
neck
Danny.
brace ready. They're trying to get it on it. But oh, Jesus Christ. This is, yeah, they should not. They should not be showing this. I don't want to see this.
You told me you turn around and went, oh my God, then you start worrying about what you did. If you start worrying as a fighter.
Yeah, you mean really start worrying about it. Because
Oh.
this is competition. This is
That's not
Yeah, he's worried. All right, get my shirt.
serious injury somebody. This is really competition to compete to be the best athlete you possibly can be. And Belfort won that match tonight. I mean, he stopped one of the best 185 pounders in the world. I want to go back and give credit to Nelson Hamilton. He sensed the situation. He did not hesitate. That really helps us fight in a situation like that.
This is one of those cases where, we're trying to keep going. The guy's on the ground and he's hurt, swarmed and finished him off. And it's up to the referee to see that our opponent is out and coming and stopping it.
Oh.
Looking like Darth Vader with a mask.
Oh, it does look like Darth
he
Vader.
does.
Oh, I wish you hadn't said that. Now I realize Matt Lindland has always looked like Darth Vader.
Unconscious by Reed Mercer. Out unconscious on his feet. Woke up on his stool. Started throwing punches, warming up for the fight.
Oh.
It's a difficult thing. It's a risk everybody runs here in the sport. But, Evan Tanner, like I said,
Dan Henderson there in his jeans trying to talk some sense into everybody.
Matt, let's just go back to Temecula and have a barbecue, Matt. Come on.
We're gonna have a pig roast tomorrow, Matt.
One thing good about MMA, we don't have a standing 8 count. So if you can tell it defend yourself, it's usually over.
Oh. Looks like they're telling him Santa doesn't exist.
Oh, we should not be watching this though. Like now is when we want to go to the back to hear from
Yeah,
Chuck
what's
Zito.
Scott Farrell and Chuck Zito doing right now?
Yeah.
Let's just go to the live cam that we have on them.
Mm-hmm. Have them pretend to fight while Freddie Roach pretends to separate them. Why not? Okay. He
Yeah,
talked the
he's
neck brace
fine.
off of his
Yeah.
own neck.
Now he takes him down.
What do you think you have to say to him to satisfy them enough to take the neck brace off of you?
You gotta say the
All
middle,
the state capitals?
the middle names of every president.
You have to say the name of the president in 2019.
His
if
eyes
that's
just
what
cast.
happened?
Oh, Donald Trump. Or they're like, how many cervical vertebrae do you have right now, Matt? And he has.
That's not how I wanted it to go.
No. Wow.
Oh.
The stats are really well. Lindland's striking percentage is 100%.
That's got to be a
1 for 1.
So in a way, he did best.
In a way, yes. In one very weirdly specific way. And fittingly, the CompuStrike motto is every strike counts. Oh, there's Chad's water making an appearance. Cracking open the water for the first time.
I'm still trying to wash the taste of that beer out of my mouth.
You got a bad one?
It was awful.
What was it?
This.
That's the same one we tried to
the
give
same
you.
one? Oh.
It's not good.
You finished it though?
For all intents and purposes? Yeah, sure.
Really? Because it made a very full sound when you put it down just now.
I mean, if you
Didn't
want to
sound
drink
like
the
an
rest of
empty.
it, you say the word.
Can I try it? I don't want to open a whole one. Oh my god. That's not good.
Right?
It tastes like a rapper made this.
No, they're gonna show it in.
Oh! Oh, he was done here. Nelson Hamilton's in no rush. Belfort stops it basically on his own.
Oh, I don't want to see this. It tastes like it was aged in a bottle of sunblock.
Oh, yeah. Danny, man, what the fuck? What? There's no way, Danny Downs, that you sit here round at home and you drink this. Right? You're fucking with us. That's what you're doing. You can't get rid of some of this stuff, so you send it the jam band, which don't even think I'm not even going to go get the jam band out.
Starting to get belligerent. He's been drinking.
I don't need it.
Drinking the barrel-aged stout.
Uh-oh. Get the neck brace.
No, Donald Trump's president. It's not. I don't need the neck brace.
Man, I heard Matt Lindland time traveled while he was out. Woke up to a horrifying reality.
He was trying to tell him, look, Donald Trump's going to be president. And they were like, okay, no. I think we got
lay down, Matt. Matt, lay down. Well, I feel like this really brought me down. All of finding out about the guy from Static X, and then seeing Sean Tompkins.
Did you feel like that was a loss in your life, the Static X guy who you did not
and then the knockout of Matt Lindland? Okay. We need something to bring us up.
Yeah.
Here we go. Tito Ortiz is going to do an interview. Why are we booing? Who are we booing? I don't even know which one of these guys we're supposed to be booing at this point.
Hey, Dan, look at Tito's watch.
You
Oh,
mean Sir
I
Nigel.
mean Sir Nigel.
Something about, first of all, who? Second, in 2009, the watches were huge.
No, everyone was smaller because nutrition wasn't as good.
Yeah, there were a lot of malnutrition problems in 2009. Great famine was upon us.
Astonishing left hand. That's the left hand I used to see when you knock people out time and time again. We're going to go ahead and go over it. Walk me through it.
Well, don't show it again. Don't show it again.
No.
No.
A lot of hard work, but the speed and the accuracy, and I can find the spot right away. So
The fly on the wall for a Tito Ortiz Vitor Belfort conversation.
keep going. Speed is the key to, you can't beat speed. So thank God to give you that gift.
Well, like I said, you show your hand speed time and time again, Vitor. 185 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Vitor Belfort a round of applause. An awesome 105-pounder. He just beat the number 2 guy in the world, buddy. You're on top of the world tonight.
Thank you. God bless you guys. Thank you for coming down, man. Jesus.
Tito telling you, you're on top of the world tonight. And you realize, oh, dear God, I am.
This is as good as it gets for me.
It's all down now.
Winner by first round technical knockout in just 37 seconds. Vitor Belfort defeats Matt Lindland.
Robert Drysdale, like, I guess you guys didn't need me for this camp after all.
What you see here, the 185 pounds, is not only do we see the old speed of Vitor Belfort,
And yet, somehow, I decided to wear a hooded sweatshirt under my Affliction shirt.
Probably cold in there. Cold in the Honda Civic.
I mean, this is where the Mighty Ducks play.
Yeah, see?
But California.
I see him being
Is this before or after the Mighty Ducks, the movie, came out?
No, they only made the Mighty Ducks team after the movie. That what passes for humor here? You're supposed to be a comedian. You're supposed to bring something to this broadcast?
Hey.
Belligerent.
A blanket?
Yeah,
God. Don't you tell me what to do. Give me that sweatshirt. I'll fight you for that sweatshirt. Right.
Did you notice Tito Ortiz saying he thought Vitor Belfort would beat Anderson Silva right there? Were you too busy?
I was too busy.
Making fun of your wife.
I was too busy making fun of my wife.
You're going to see a little hurricane.
Oh.
Ooh.
The Gilbert Idol highlights are actually kind of not bad.
Wasn't one of them from like Pancrase?
Hey, doesn't matter.
Old school
Doesn't
Pancrase
matter.
highlights?
That's not.
However Gilbert comes out, falls to the wall, hell bent, he's going to be something to deal with. The guy has been critically overlooked, but not by me. I know how tough he is, and I train very hard because I think I'm fighting one of the best international heavyweights. That guy is not someone to be trifled with. I just want to beat him. I don't care how that happens. If it takes a judo chop or a flying leg lock, I don't really care.
Oh, yeah. That was in the first Affliction where Josh Barnett knocked out Pedro Hizo. And then, as I recall from the post-fight interview or like the post-fight press conference, felt really bad about it. It was really like seemed genuinely sad.
And give me another chance. And so I'm really, really happy, and this is my chance. Cody showed the world that nobody makes mistakes. We'll put me in there.
What Dutch nightclub is Gilbert Rival bouncing in right now?
It was after the Pride fight that he delivered his famous monologue, right?
The one with Don Fry, where he asked afterwards why he always getting fucked.
Yes, that's the one.
And that was the one where he just gouged the shit out of Don Fry's eyes. But didn't he actually get disqualified for grabbing the ropes? Wasn't that the actual cause of like the disqualification? Like he was like sticking his thumb as far as it would go into Don Fry's eyes.
Settle in, find your rhythm, pick your opponent apart, kind of stand up war. I'll knock his teeth out.
Or what heavy metal is Josh Barnett going to come out to? That's the real question.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome to the ring the Hurricane, Gilbert Ivor. Jimmy, you and I were in St. Petersburg, Russia.
I'm into this.
Gilbert Ivor.
This is the most likable you'll ever see Gilbert Ivor right here.
Providing a lot of excitement prior to the bell.
I can read comments.
Hey.
Yeah, I can. Hey, stop getting all
The Ducks are trash, writes Cat Pope, who is my NHL team. I kind of like the Pittsburgh Penguins. Who do you like?
The San Antonio
Come on.
Oilers.
Come on, god damn it.
The West Baltimore.
Sir Nigel, who's your NHL team?
Red Wings.
Red Wings. See?
He just said the only team he knows.
Doesn't matter. He said it with authority. He didn't have to search his memory bank for it.
Go Wings.
Yeah, see? He really did a weird thing with the W.
He doesn't know.
Let's see. Rick Burt says, "Don't let a fighter pick your beer, you stupid guys." You. Well, it's not just any fighter; it's Danny Downs. But that's even
and
worse.
He sent us the beers for free, which is very nice.
Yeah.
Right.
I also think though that he knows what he's doing. He didn't just send us those jam bands by accident. He's fucking with us when he did that. Let's see what's Josh Barnett coming out to. Goat whore. Okay. That would be pretty. See, would Josh Barnett actually wear an Affliction shirt in 2009? Because I feel like he maybe would.
I feel like he chose the simplest Affliction shirt he could find, though. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
There's no tinfoil on there. There's no
That's
devil's
barely-
wings.
That's barely an
Do you think
inch.
it's
There's Eric
Do you think
Paulson.
it's tactile?
I don't.
Like this?
It's fine. Just
You can feel it just if you run your hand like this. You can feel
everything's.
it. It's over here too. You
Is
know
there
what
one
I'm
on
saying?
each nipple?
It doesn't quite. Well, actually,
I heard 2009 was a very experimental year for
it's
you.
a circular. If you go around the nipple,
Yeah,
you feel
no,
it.
that's. I'm sure that is brings you great pleasure.
See, man. See, this is not safe with the dryer. I dare not wash
I think
this
that's
shirt.
disposable. I think that's a disposable shirt.
You shouldn't wash it. You should just throw it away.
But what about? I mean, like your sister's getting married soon, right? So
That's true.
I am gonna want to have something to wear to that.
Your Stitch Duran.
Right? Never Dana White's friend.
No, they were business acquaintances. Guy in a WEC shirt, which I can get behind. David Beckham, right there in Barnett's corner.
Oh, the great Dan says, my wife woke up just long enough to say she is jealous of Sarah's blankie.
Right?
Is that an affliction?
An affliction
blanket? Yeah.
No, the Grim Reaper in all glitter is on the inside. You just want
you
to
want
see it
that
right
close
now.
to your body.
Yeah. Man, some of the... Also, I really fucked up my Amazon recommendations by buying this thing because they sent me like a thing like you might also be interested in, and it's like the Grim Reaper with like a bunch of crows in the background. Like it's
Dynapep recovery drink. One of the things
I really
you buy now.
like.
Truly why it's called affliction.
Yeah, I took one for the team here.
Uh-oh.
Affliction. M1 Global. Day of Reckoning. Featured attraction. 3 5-minute rounds in the heavyweight division.
This announcer's like, fuck it, just write it on the card. I don't care. I'll say it. Whatever it is. Just
Oh,
write it on
Herb
the
Dean
card.
is just looking so over this bullshit right now.
At 6'2", he weighed in officially at 240 pounds. A Muay Thai fighter and kickboxer. He brings a veteran MMA record of 42.
I do really think jeans have gotten better in the last 10 years.
I don't know. Wait till you see Eric Paulson
Okay.
in Josh Barnett's corner.
Okay.
Jeans have returned to the basics in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I don't
We,
like
we
what's
stopped
going
trying
on
to do too much, maybe. How do you think Gilbert Ivel, at this moment, right now, sees this fight going? He's like, I'm going to go out there, throw a flying knee at Josh Barnett, and then we're going to go party.
Yes. They can't even show Paulson's jeans because they don't have a wide enough camera angle.
Does Paulson have sunglasses on his head?
Yeah, he's wearing sunglasses on his head. He doesn't want to lose them, Ben.
He's indoors at night. Come on.
He's got some warm-up pants on. That's why they looked so weird.
The other thing from when we went shopping was that at one point Eric Paulson disappeared for a little while and then came back and was like,
had a waffle cone full of frozen yogurt.
I was like, I was checking out the cologne samples. Like, what do you think of this one? And he would like stick his wrist like under my nose, and I was like, oh yeah, no, I mean, it smells like cologne. And then he'd be like, okay, how about this one? And then he had them sprayed all over both arms, and he'd be like, okay, what about this one? I think this one's the one. Just over and over again. I was like,
that's amazing.
It was just an assault on the senses. I don't know what to tell you. He was clearly not going to buy any of them.
Do you remember what happens?
I
remember who doesn't win.
Yeah, Josh Barnett takes him down and beats the shit out of him for a while. I just don't know how long the while is and what exactly prompts the end.
I mean,
well,
hey,
come
guys.
on. That's not
the smirch
better than
name
Mirko
of Mirko
Krokop.
Filipovic, Croatian cop.
Okay, in the alternate reality where Josh Barnett fights Fedor in Affliction Trilogy, that one actually goes down.
Yeah.
In, what was it, 2010? The summer, or was it actually 2009? Like the summer of 2009.
I don't know. Look it up on your phone.
Look it up on your phone. Who wins?
Hey, there's Josh Rosenthal. Remember that guy?
Oh yeah.
There's Frank Mir.
Where?
Right there. It's in the crowd.
What the fuck? I don't believe you. You think Josh Barnett gets him with an arm triangle? Am I making that up? I think arm triangle. That's what I'm saying right now. Anyway, who do you think would have won that fight if they actually did it?
I don't know. Are you trying to bait me into saying that Fedor dodged a bullet?
I am asking you. This is not a setup.
Well, ask me again after we watch Fedor fight.
I will ask you again, and I will expect an
You'll
answer
forget.
at
You
that
will
time.
forget.
I'm not gonna forget. I think Fedor beats him.
Good. All right. Noted.
I don't think Fedor is as easily taken down. I think Josh Barnett is a little too easy to hit at this point. I think Fedor beats him. Yeah, that'll do it. Elbow his thigh. Elbow his thigh, and he'll be like, I quit. Screw it.
Oh, these are loud.
You know, a thing I still think about sometimes is talking to Josh Barnett about his brief time at the University of Montana, where he would just kind of hang out in the rec center, like the gym rec center, and try to get people to agree to no holds barred fights on like their little like laid out wrestling mats there, which they would occasionally agree to do. Just, you know, why not? Which, how is that allowed? And yet,
not tight.
Late 90s, sure.
Not much oversight. Not a ton of oversight there.
Full mount here for Josh Barnett. That's bad news for Gilbert Ivel. Oh, when you're punching from the bottom on mount, that's when you know things are not going great. I think Gilbert Ivel is mainly just regretting that he can't find Josh Barnett's eyes with his thumbs right now.
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
Nuts.
Well, where are we at, Herb?
Yeah,
Come on, Herb. Herb.
Yeah.
Come on, Herb.
Oh,
Herb.
Wow, we're going to let this go.
Herb.
Ouch, ouch.
What are we doing here, Herb? Herb. With your sensible shoes. Come on, Herb.
Herb's trying to let him get to the next round, I guess.
This one gets stopped
Yeah.
today. Well, Barnett thought about going mounted triangle there.
Gilbert Ivel doing some rope-a-dope from the bottom there.
Yeah. Do you think when Barnett wins this that Eric Paulson's just going to go with his sunglasses and slide him down?
Deal with it?
Yeah. Man, you got a full trauma team over here working on Gilbert Ivel. It's like- Meanwhile, in Barnett corner, Eric Paulson was like, how about this one? How does this one smell? I think this is the one right here.
Corbin McLaren says, I just saw Goldberg in the crowd. The wrestler, not the other one.
Oh. Well, that's interesting. Well, I want to see Goldberg.
I mean, that is the one Goldberg I do want to see.
I haven't heard anybody in the crowd start going, Goldberg, Goldberg. So I didn't know he was there.
Chanting, who's next? Everybody thinks that you look uncomfortable sitting on this couch with me, Sarah. Is that
It's not Sarah.
Do you need a
right?
It's not Sarah that makes me uncomfortable.
Did I tell you how you can actually feel stuff on
Yeah,
your shirt?
you've mentioned that a few times now.
You just run your hand on it. You can feel all kinds of stuff.
This is why I don't go to hot springs with you.
You never know what you'll like until you try it, you know? Yeah, this is not. I mean, if you're Gilbert Ivel and you were like, all right, he's totally burned himself out in the first round. He spent all he had trying to finish me there. Now I'm going to go out there and flying knee him, and then a minute into the round, you're down here and he's in side control.
That probably made Josh Barnett super tired.
Well, not tired enough.
Yeah. Like
It's still like 260 pounds of pale white guy on top of you. Just your Saturday night, you know what I'm saying? Come on. Sir Nigel.
Oh.
There we go. There it is. Yeah.
Are you the 260 pound black guy?
No. Really, Herb? We gotta work. Oh
no!
God,
Back to the mount. 3 minutes on the clock.
Just straight out of half guard into the mount.
No.
I'm not sure I even want to see the Gilbert Ivel defensive jiu-jitsu VHS tape. Yeah, that instructional is always punch, no matter what position you're in, and then just kind of roll really hard in one direction and see if the guy falls off. This is some kind of big brother shit from Josh Barnett at this point.
For sure.
He is one step away from making Gilbert Ivel punch himself.
We're doing typewriter on his chest.
No, I see. I still, in wrestling my daughters, love to do the typewriter. And just like, dear Chad, I must regret to decline the invitation to your garden party.
No one would decline the invitation.
That's true. Your garden party is the event of the season, obviously. Do you think Eric Paulson's instructions at this point are like, come on, Josh, we got a dinner reservation. We're supposed to be at Ruth's Chris here.
The crowd loves it when Gilbert Ivel strikes from the
Mm-hmm.
bottom.
Gilbert Ivel's trying to paintbrush him from the bottom there. Is that Frank Mir right there?
Where? No, that's Trump.
No. With a beanie?
I mean, when
is Frank Mir wearing a beanie?
No. When you see Frank Mir, you'll know because he looks like Francisco Santos Mir. You'll see him.
But he looks like 2009 Francisco Santos Mir, which I don't even know if I remember what that looks like.
I mean, you can't see his body. So it's just Frank Mir face.
Oh. Why is Josh Barnett only attempt submissions in the last 10 seconds of the round? I mean, like, it's not like Gilbert Ivel's known for great submission defense.
Look at this.
No, we don't have a fight on our hands. This
don't.
is honestly kind of like an indictment of Josh Barnett's strategy in this fight. He probably could have submitted Gilbert Ivel if he had really made an effort beforehand.
Well, that's a scary affliction shirt.
Yeah.
Just a screaming skull.
A lot of people don't realize how much like existential anguish skulls have.
Yeah.
He went to UCI. Was he coherent when he got in the ambulance?
Oh, what are we doing?
Yeah, he was doing good. He was a little bummed and knew what happened, that he got rocked, but he was coherent. He was talking. He looked good. They're just taking him in to check him to make sure.
He never looks
Chuck
good.
Zito.
I'm here with Victor Belfort. Victor, I know you hit him with a crazy the first shot.
This is weird. Why are we doing this?
How'd you finish him?
I'm uncomfortable.
Who's this guy? Is that an Elvis impersonator?
What?
Oh.
It's a competition. We're all friends. You know what I mean? We just here to compete hard. And I think the sport is just proving we are athletes.
Thank you. You're fun.
All right, Arlovsky is getting ready, and Fedor is getting ready. It's insanity back here. Back to you.
It's insanity?
I don't know. It felt kind of muted. I don't.
Is this Scott Farrell's only MMA backstage appearance?
Let us hope. Didn't Dana White claim that he had like paid Scott Farrell at some point to talk about UFC stuff the same way he claims about everybody once he gets mad at them?
Probably.
All right, here we go. Back to Mount. I mean, come on. What? Are we going to attempt some submissions here?
Oh, Herb Dean looks really bored.
He's just super stoned. All right, hypothesis I'm not sure I'm willing to stand behind. The real baby Fedor is Josh Barnett.
How does
Did
that
I just
even
blow
work?
your fucking
Why?
mind?
Why? How?
You don't even know what to say. You're dumbfounded.
How is
in your
Josh
bad
Barnett
boy
the
hat.
baby Fedor?
You know what? I don't even feel like I need to explain it.
You don't know what you're saying.
Well, there's that girl who used to take pictures at like every single event. Is she
Tracy
still-
Lee.
Is she still around?
No, I don't think she is. Well, I mean, I'm sure she's around on the earth.
No.
I'm not actually
I
sure
mean,
of that. But
considering
I
our
assume she's
track
around on the
record
earth.
with this event, I wouldn't
Yeah,
be so sure.
she's president now.
She's actually Secretary of the Interior. Okay, here it is. Arm triangle. Come on.
This is kind of a weird performance from Josh
It
Barnett.
is, because you're clearly so better at what you're doing. You have no problem getting it there.
But why risk it?
Are you awake, Sir Roger?
Well, he's going to do it. There we go.
Wow. Booze in the Honda Center. He's clearly looking for that arm triangle. Gilbert Idol has no defense. I mean, maybe that's why it's tempting not to try to go for a submission and lose the position, because Gilbert Idol has nothing he's doing here. Oh,
There
he's
we go.
tapping out.
He tapped.
Well, shit.
They made Gilbert Idol give up. They would not stop the fight.
Did all the damage happen to Josh Barnett from Gilbert Idol just flinging his
Flailing.
hands up from the bottom?
Yes.
So that's actually kind of. Yeah,
I want to hear everyone's thoughts on this fight.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Colleen going hard on Tracy Lee. That's uncalled for.
Yeah.
Listen, don't worry about my beer, Rick Burt. 13 minutes. 13 minutes is not a long time to have a beer. Oh, here we go. Chris Diamond says, Scott Farrell was invited to a ton of events and did day before and day of broadcasts for Sirius, but he said the wrong thing once and Dana cut him off, as he does. I believe that's how it went.
Oh.
We're not going to fact check that at all, so we're just going to take your...
I can't say that I feel like it was a big loss.
Chuck Zito was training to fight, which is why he looks so thin and weight lost.
Weight loss.
Weight lost is definitely. That's from Cursed Diamonds. I'm gonna definitely incorporate that into my vocabulary. Chad, you're looking pretty weight lost.
Time to get weight lost up in here.
Must be all that CrossFit. You're so weight lost.
His taps outside the ring. I don't know if that counts.
No. They make you keep getting beat up if you do that.
I don't know, man. I thought this would be cooler. That's what they're both saying to each other right now.
Eric Paulson grab assing in the background. Wasn't that Josh Barnett's girlfriend at the time?
Or wife, right?
I think
girlfriend.
I believe, based on our mutual friend who had done some business, that she was difficult to do business with.
Oh, yeah. She was sort of his manager for a while or something.
Yeah, and maybe not for the good.
How many of Gilbert Ivel's 98 strikes came from
70?
Prone,
At least 70.
Every strike counts.
24 victories now against just 5 losses for Josh Barnett.
Oh, they got a nice crowd. Look at this.
Yeah, it's filled out now.
Nice crowd at the Honda Center.
Break for nature.
That is our next fight, but right now we send it up to the ring. Here's Tito Ortiz. Well, here we go. We got Josh Barnett.
Oh, Josh Barnett's got the pep recovery drink also.
All right. Oh, it looks like a shake weight situation.
He wasn't getting away from you. Walk me through the fight.
Well, I was waiting for him to make an opening so that I could let loose some hands, throw some stuff on the feet, but he came so hard that the takedowns were there. And then, unfortunately, about some point in round 1, I got a nose that just likes to bleed when you look at it funny, and he caught me in it, and then the blood started going in the back of my mouth, down my throat, and my nose, so I can't hardly breathe. I'm sitting there on top of the guy going, man, I should really be moving. I got a lot more I can do. I'm choking on my own blood, so I better watch out here.
Well, all right, we're going to go ahead and show some action.
Tito Ortiz, no follow-up for that.
I feel like end of the first, the takedown.
He is so well-spoken for a fighter.
Especially for a guy with blood going down his throat. He can't move.
Dominant position's great, but kick-ass bombs being dropped on people and cool submissions are what people want to see, and that's the kind of things I want to deliver. So I got to step it up next time.
So our next fight we're going to have is Arlovsky versus Theodore. Who do you want to fight?
I don't care about who I fight, but I want Theodore to win. He's my friend. He's a good friend of mine, and I want to see him put a great performance out there and give these fans something to walk home and be real proud about.
Well, you should have your head high tonight.
You better not be walking home from the Honda Center.
You did a great job. I'm proud of you, buddy. Keep it up. We'll see you the winner tonight. You'll be next in line.
Thanks a lot. Progenics, SRX.com, Dr. Scott Conley, I really helped me out.
Nobody has been able to get this thing off the water bottle yet.
Progenics.
And it looks disgusting.
Big John McCarthy made that observation earlier.
Oh, great.
Well, now we're even more of a downer.
He committed suicide or something.
No, he didn't commit suicide or something. He killed his girlfriend and then committed suicide.
He did?
Yeah, don't you remember that?
I don't.
He was an IFL guy.
His name sounds
He was an
familiar,
Orange
but I
County
forget.
guy, and he was an IFL guy. I knew him through the IFL stuff, and he just kind of something happened.
Went off the rails.
Yeah, he murdered his girlfriend and then killed himself.
That's horrible.
Yes. And it was terrible for his girlfriend's family. So that was a terrible thing that happened.
You still partying, you guys? What's going on?
Okay, this is my favorite. This is my favorite Affliction shirt so far. The two are those Griffins.
They're not even going to show us Jason.
I feel like that is actually the unofficial motto of Affliction is, "Are those Griffins?"
Are those Griffins?
Is that a...
Uh-oh. What's Big Tim doing here? Oh, this is a flashback. Damn it.
Is he naked?
Oh, that's a bad
Donald
look.
Duck?
but you can't say anything to him.
No,
because
he'll
kick your
he'll
ass.
break your jaw.
That's why he doesn't know it looks bad. No one's ever told him.
Like that 30
Fedor
Rock where
very
John
tan.
Hamm is the guy who is too good looking to know that he's terrible at everything.
I learned recently that at Burning Man, the only practice that is forbidden is wearing a shirt without pants.
Oh.
Is that
And
true?
It's referred to as shirt cocking.
Wait, so like if you went totally naked, that would be fine?
That's fine, but wearing just the shirt and no underwear is considered disturbing, which I agree with.
I
But
agree too.
like but why? I mean, it's a question of taste, really. It's not like it's a safety issue or like a decency issue if you can be totally naked.
I disagree. I think it's a decency issue.
Explain further, Sir Nigel.
Well, that's the thing. I think it was a notable fact in part because everything else
Wait,
is permitted. And
Wait. Sir Nigel, do you go to Burning Man every year?
Oh no, but I read about it avidly. What better source to explain the counterculture than the Atlantic
Vadim in his all-white outfit.
Yeah. Suggesting how pure he is,
It's a great,
ethically.
great opportunity for me. I will do everything possible to do for my take.
He had a beard before everybody else did.
For myself, for my
No, I mean I'm pretty sure other people have had beards before.
No.
Just imagine the world that Freddie Roach laid out for us before this, where Andre
Arlovsky becomes a professional
Andre
boxer.
Arlovsky knocks out Fedor in the first round, which he seemed like maybe he was on his way to doing.
Yeah.
Not to spoil anything for anybody. And then becomes a professional boxer. And is just on top of the fucking world.
Eventually, he fights Conor McGregor.
Okay, do you guys know that Fedor is like kind of attractive
To whom?
to women? I think. Is he attractive? I think he is.
I don't know why you're asking us. We're not in a position.
Well, you can still tell.
Ask Tracy
guys.
Dickinson and
Colleen's
ask
on.
Colleen. Is Fedor attractive?
He is. I think he is.
We're gonna hit refresh and we're gonna get some answers.
Especially for a fighter, I think he's one of the most attractive fighters.
Really?
Especially now that GSP is retired.
Colleen says Andre is a total millennial. Feel like we might be.
I'm so
That might be-
totally on that page.
My victories are thanks to God, thanks to my faith and to my beliefs. It's my way to represent myself, to represent my country, and those that support me and give me faith in what I do.
You know, one thing about Andre Arlovsky, he was never in danger of letting you forget that he was wearing the Fang mouthpiece.
No, he's. Look, there's another Murder of Affliction t-shirts. Jesus, look at that. It's like a dozen Affliction t-shirts.
I like that one. Ben, you should have gotten this one.
What are those, Griffins?
No, seriously, what are those?
I think those are griffins.
Those are Griffins.
They have beaks, and lions' bodies.
They're guarding golden eggs or whatever it is that griffins do. What do griffins do?
They guard the golden eggs. I don't know.
Look it up. Get down Wikipedia.
I'm gonna Google what do griffins do.
Okay. Yeah. See, this is all I ask. I don't feel like that's so much. Open up a new tab though. You might want to go back to this.
No, I'm not
Come
gonna
on.
need this anymore.
That's amateurish. That's what that is. What's the flag that we're waving there? Is that Belarus and the American flag on the other side? That's a kind of a Tito Ortiz ripoff.
I think I just remember the gif that this event did.
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, you probably did. What did you find out?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff on the mythology of the griffin.
Is that a griffin? Those are griffins.
Did you just look at the
Part
headlines on the Google results?
Yeah, none of them said what does a griffin do.
You didn't click on a single link to do any reading.
It's part eagle, part lion.
Yeah. Okay,
That's not
so
what I
that's a
asked you
griffin.
though. It's not what I asked you.
That's what
I did not ask.
You know what? Let's watch Andre Arlovsky fight Fedor, and then maybe we can get to the bottom of what griffins do. I assume they roar and fly around, lay eggs.
I didn't ask you to assume, did I? I asked for answers. Rock solid, factual answers. Damn it.
What's he up to these days?
He's still
Andre?
fighting. He's in the
Yeah,
UFC.
He fought like
still
3
fighting.
months ago.
He did?
Yeah.
You know I don't follow this.
His
stuff as
nose
closely
is
anymore.
fucked up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Really, and like, it's really fucked up to the point where it seems like he has just decided, you know what? We'll address this when I'm done fighting.
So he's in his 40s now.
Yeah, he's got to be. Or like late 30s.
Beard? You still have a beard?
Yeah, beard.
Well, he was the first person to have a beard, so how could he abandon it now?
Was.
No, he was not. Jesus had a beard. What now? Yeah. Now you look like an idiot in front of all these people.
Look at that. Look at the typography on Arlovsky.com. Just beautiful by 2009 standards.
Where? I can't see it.
You'll
that
see
it
it. You'll see
readable?
it. Yeah, you'll see it, and you'll be like, "Wow!"
And that they did not
That's
choose a font that makes it
unbelievably
impossible
attractive
to read what
font
they were
choice.
saying.
Makes Andrei Arlovsky seem way ahead of his time. Going with a simple sans serif.
Oh, here we go. Weirdo Russian music for Fedor. Oh, look at the shirt. Look at the shirt he's wearing, Chad.
What?
Do you see it?
Uh-huh.
Do you see the shirt he's wearing?
Let me see if it's tactile.
Is it
You just
tactile?
reach out.
It's gotta be, right?
Mine is not exactly the same, but
No, that's different.
it's a his. I mean,
Yeah,
look,
it's-
come on, it's
It
the
is
same.
different.
It's the same,
Yours
though.
says, as you pointed out earlier, yours says last
Yeah.
Emperor
Right,
across
but
the
like
top.
it's still like the same color
the same
scheme,
color.
and the I feel like his is probably tactile. If you were to run your hand on his chest like this, you'd probably feel the tactile sensation
I
that
don't
you
know
feel
if I
on
can
mine.
see. Well, it's hard to see.
Mine, I feel like also evokes the question: are those griffins? Which is the affliction question.
Are those griffins?
Yeah, see, exactly.
No, those are like just roosters.
But at least I need you to ask the question. That's all you really need in order to pass the test.
They're wearing crowns, obviously, because the last Emperor.
Obviously, they're royalty. And seriously, like if you were at that time, if you wanted to buy that shirt, not that exact shirt, but like a shirt like that, $90.
Okay.
At
Really?
least.
I believe you, and that's $90 in 2009 money.
It does have medals on it, though.
Actual metal.
Which just makes it a problem in the dryer. That's all that does.
Did anyone let us know if Fedor is attractive?
Yeah,
All right, let's see.
I think he is.
I mean, I feel like he has a certain panache. It's a certain charisma there.
Well, that's from Matthew Thomas. We don't know. Let's see. No.
No.
Oh, Rick Burt says that a group of affliction shirts is called a taint. Which is not bad. It's not bad, honestly. Colleen says, I thought Andre with his long hair was very sexy.
Oh.
Colleen says, is Chad drinking a Starbucks cappuccino? He might as well be.
I'm drinking a Tramway
He's got a kid's birthday party to go to. I don't know if you heard.
Phillipsburg Rye Pale Ale.
Got a big Saturday lined up.
I don't know whose birthday are you going to?
One of B's friends from school.
Yeah.
We already covered this.
See, look at that typography. Arlovsky.com. So readable. So simple.
Yeah.
Elegant.
We asked so little of people in 2009, didn't we? Whamma. Andrew Nierenhausen says, my girlfriend says Fedor looks too much like her dad.
Oh.
So yeah,
That's hot, in other words.
that's probably a no.
No, he's cute.
A link to a YouTube video of 2009 Chuck Zito talking about training with Renzo Gracie and training in 8 different styles. I'm not going to click that. I'm actively resisting clicking that link. Is Sir Nigel asleep?
He's still up.
Bushy.
Fedor seduces you, and then later he whispers sweet nothings in your ear about how Putin will soon install a loyalist as the president of the United States.
Wait,
It's the start of the new Russian century.
He does
says.
that after he seduces me?
In process. In
Okay.
process. Well, the two of you are doing shots of vodka in a corner booth.
See, I see that as part of the seduction process, and to the point where afterwards, when I wake up the next morning, I'm like, wait, was that part real? Was he? Who was he warning us about?
Fedor gets out of the shower and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. One thing I do know, anyone in Fedor's entourage would kill you. Look at that. Those dudes would kill you and they would never think about you again.
I also imagine, though, that what those dudes did before and after this fight was they went to a movie theater and watched a cartoon for children and were amused.
And then they would do that right after they killed you.
Yeah, they would be like, huh, amusing.
How old is Fedor here?
32.
32. Just a kid.
A baby.
The prime of his life. No, baby Fedor thought earlier.
Yeah, we already saw baby Fedor.
It was very look at all those Fedors holding those Russian flags in the crowd.
Donald Trump is among friends.
Man, look how much bigger Arlovsky is.
Yeah.
By champion, they mean Whamma champion.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's for the Wham. Did you not listen to the introductions? It's for the Whamma World Heavyweight Championship.
granddaddy of them all, the big banana. What was the other thing you like to call it? Oh, here we go.
Arlovsky's only 29 here. That's crazy.
Oh, so he's not 40 yet. I didn't realize he was so young.
Oh,
we were all so young then.
We were. We had just moved into our house.
It's true.
I had just moved to New York.
Oh, man.
Had you gotten a job at Barnes & Noble yet?
No, that didn't come till the dark times.
Fedor standing at kind of a troubling range here against Arlovsky. This is exactly where you'd want to be if you're Andrei Arlovsky. Oh. And kicking him, not afraid of getting taken down.
I want to say that
Not going for the
Fedor's
feints.
sponsored by Ruka before his tights roll up and you can't see it.
And M1, who might be totally screwing him. Who knows? Good counter uppercut by Arlovsky.
Good balance by Fedor.
Yeah,
Look at that.
really it is. He's pretty good.
He's pretty good at fighting. Oh,
Think he might have a future?
We might have a future.
I mean, he's no Babalu Sobral.
Yeah,
One
one of
of
the
the
greatest
best light heavyweights of the
heavyweights
night.
of the night.
How about
Did Tito just say
He's
Theodore?
been saying it all night. He's like insistent on it. Insistent on trying to go with the proper Russian pronunciation.
Come on,
Like
man.
that was the one thing he prepared for.
Well, I mean, when you've read as much Dostoevsky as Tito Ortiz has, it probably just like kind of sinks into your brain. Proper 12 is not a good whiskey. You heard it here. Not quite first, but. Fedor is still, he loves to do that thing. He's just gonna like shake his hands and just not. It's not even quite a feint. Oh, good right hand.
Yeah, Fedor has a thing going on
Jimmy
right
Smith
now
is
where
not
he's
wrong.
like, "Oh, this isn't working. This isn't working. This isn't the baby Fedor." Oh,
And there it is.
Oh.
Man, Andrei Arlovsky would have won until he lost.
Yeah, he was on the verge of it. It seemed.
Get the neck brace.
Somebody go take it off Matt Lindland.
Oh man. Wow.
A bad moment for Beards.
Oh, and Jerry Millen's got to get his ass into his frosted fucking tips.
Oh my
God
God.
damn, what a scumbag.
I think that's the most 2009 thing that we've seen tonight.
There's Michael Cohen. I think I just saw Michael Cohen.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Can we see that?
It's
again?
upside
What's
down,
up?
you idiot. The Whamma belt is upside down.
Fedor wins the AMA
Have
title.
you no respect?
My God, look at that tiny wristwatch.
Okay, I have to say, this is the first time seeing this in a long time. In retrospect, Andrei Arlovsky was not kicking his ass quite as thoroughly as I recall.
He was pretty thoroughly kicking his ass.
No, I mean, he was in control of the fight. But it wasn't like he was on the verge of finishing Fedor or anything. But also, if he doesn't do that, jumping knee,
Can we see it again?
I'm pretty sure we'll see it again. And this is going to be
Here's Goldberg.
the start of some dark times for your boy Andrei Arlovsky.
Well, I mean, you can see it
It's
here.
going to get worse and worse
Yeah,
and
he
worse.
looks really sad. Here we go.
Yep, kicking him into the corner.
Oh.
And see,
Ding.
that's not like Fedor recognizing exactly what he's going to do. That's Fedor just kind of throwing it and hoping.
I mean, he's probably practiced a lot.
Yeah, but he
though.
doesn't know really when he throws that. He just throws that. And before
Andrei
Andrei
Arlovsky
Arlovsky
does
even
jump
tries.
right into it.
Yeah, but Fedor throws it before he sees him jump. Like he just
Because he's been practicing.
he just
Yes.
throws it and he's hoping for the best. He knows Andrei Arlovsky's coming in. He's just throwing it and he's hoping. Look, he came across with that left hand, which tells you he did not know he was going to completely knock Arlovsky out.
Well, if he knew he was going to knock him out, that would be
He's
pretty,
throwing it,
pretty
and
special.
then he's going to like yeah.
He's
So that left
talking
hand tells
about
you.
it like it's luck.
No.
When he's
I mean, it is luck to some extent, but like, look when he throws it. He doesn't know when Andrei Arlovsky's going to throw that. See, come on.
Look at all these murderers about to come storming into the ring.
flock of taints.
It's a taint of affliction t-shirts in there right now.
Oh,
This is so
Andre.
sad.
Oh.
Let's get Trump in there. Let's get Trump in there. Tektarov!
The end comes at
It is Oleg Tektarov.
14 seconds into round number one.
Is that Pat Miletich back there?
It looks like
The
him.
dress shirt?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
It
Pat
is.
Miletich.
Looking very 2009.
I guarantee you Pat Miletich is dressed like that right now, though. Also.
Except he's at the Cheesecake Factory dressed
Yeah.
like that right now.
Yeah, ordering
Cheesecake Factory in
strawberry
Bedworth, Iowa.
lemonade and popcorn shrimp.
Yeah.
Who is this blonde woman in his corner? She looks very serious.
That's probably Fedor's handler.
Man, check the scarf on Oleg Tektarov.
I know. Look,
That
he's an
looks
actor.
good. That looks
He's a
good.
thespian.
I like it.
Oh, poor Andre.
That was a bummer. There were a couple bummer minutes during this.
There was a lot more downer moments than I thought there were going to be.
Yeah.
Everyone in there has murdered someone. Except for that guy in the blue V-neck.
And the kid?
No, he's definitely murdered somebody. Look at that guy with the long hair and the goatee.
Whoa.
Fedor Emelianenko landed 9 strikes.
Why did you get knocked down on him?
8 of them did not knock Andrei Arlovsky out cold.
All I'm saying is that after this, Fedor, like shortly after this, started his period of decline. And we should have seen it. We should have seen it coming. That's all I'm saying.
When does he lose to Verdun? Is that like 2011?
Yeah, it's like 2 years from now. But like, he lets Brett Rogers hang with him way too close. And then Verdun, and then David Silva, and Dan Henderson. And
What have you done that's so great?
look, Andrei Arlovsky and I, we went a few rounds. I don't like to talk about it.
You've done it again against Andrei Arlovsky in 3 minutes and 34 seconds. Let me tell you how you're feeling right now.
Let me tell you how you're feeling right now.
How you're feeling right now.
Oh man.
On this day of reckoning.
And see, and now we're hoping that the Russian interpreter is just picking up your slack.
I feel great. I feel great. I'd like to say thank you very much to Andre. He's one of the greatest fighters in the world. And I feel wonderful.
He did not
But
say
there's
that
always
much
been
stuff.
questions from other promotions saying that you weren't the best heavyweight in the world. Well, tonight, buddy, you've answered those questions.
Don't call Fedor Emelianenko buddy. That's just offensive.
You know, they don't have a word for that in Russia.
Do you think during all of this stuff where Tito Ortiz is doing the in-ring interviews, Jimmy Smith is just sitting there being like, "You guys, you paid me the money. You got everything I could do. I would have done this for you."
At the very least, I'm wearing a single-breasted suit.
Thank you. It's just thanks to God. I thank God.
Can we get a shot of Fedor's weird Rasputin priest?
Prayed for me and wish me luck in this fight. Thank you very much.
Or is he already
See,
drunk,
actually, Josh Barnett in the last fight, winning the
trying to
decision.
seduce the Tsar's
It looks
wife
like you two are going to be heading off.
and succeeding?
Another chance for you to defend your heavyweight title. What do you think as Josh as your next opponent?
Jesus Christ, Tito. Come on,
He
dude.
sounds
It's been a long night, man. It's been a long night.
Like a book report.
Right now, I'm just thinking of him as my friend. We're very close. We're good friends, and we're still friends.
Oh,
That's all
Fedor,
I'm
you're
thinking
so
of right
pure.
now.
You're so
Well, the millions that are
lovely
watching
and
at
so
home,
pure.
and the 15,000 and more in audience tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Did he hit his head on the way down, too?
Best heavyweight in the world today, Fedor Emelianenko. the last
Yeah, he's gonna nail Fyodor, but Emelianenko, he's not gonna nail that one.
Wow, man, this was a fucking journey.
Longer than Lord of the Rings, right?
The dominance continues, not just of the heavyweight.
Get Trump in there.
There's a lot of people in there right now.
About the skills of Fedor Emelianenko.
A lot of people in there.
Question now.
Can you just go in there?
Probably right now. Yeah.
Tremendous night of fighting and capped by Fedor Emelianenko's stunning one-punch first-round knockout.
And do you feel like the Affliction people afterwards were like, "All right,
Oh, there he is.
we're
There he
riding
is.
high."
There it is.
Oh, god damn it, with your pink
Look at that
tie.
dumb tie. The
All
pink isn't
long
even.
shit.
Yeah, the pink isn't the problem. It's how he's wearing it. Terrible.
No, had no business with any Russians.
About this fight is it's the
Nothing.
second contender in a row that not only has Fedor beaten, but it really dominated. I mean, it looks like they shouldn't be in the same ring with
See,
him.
she thinks
That's
he's
what
cute.
That's what the number one pound for
I do not feel like Andre Arlovski looked like he did not belong in the same ring with Fedor.
Josh Barnett seems like the likely next challenger. Kind of preview that fight as you see it.
That would be a difficult fight for anybody. Josh Barnett would have to get that fight on the ground, have to stay on top. I think.
I think Fedor beats Josh Barnett at this point.
That's possible.
Who's that?
The next fight is Fedor Emelianenko in his title defense versus Josh Barnett.
We're all just smoking and joking, taking our pictures.
All right, you guys, I have to go to bed. I gotta go get under a different blanket.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Ugh.
This is in your house. So, so you're gonna go ahead and throw around the rest of that proper 12, and then you're gonna be done.
I'm leaving that for you. I'm leaving that for you. Well, oh look, man, they even got baby Fedor back in there. Look, he's not
Josh
doing
Barnett.
so bad.
Is Josh Barnett in there? Is that him?
Yeah, it's baby Fedor, Josh Barnett, because that makes sense.
Well, Colleen says Fedor peed on Trump and made him orgasm. Sold.
That's the president.
It's been a journey, like you said. It's been a long journey.
It has been a journey. It has. Man. Well, I think I'm just going to drink myself to death.
I bet you're glad you're going to have all that at your house.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think so myself. He actually was picking him apart. He was hitting strikes.
Well, all right. I think, I don't know if we've learned anything here. Did we?
The future is unknown. That's what I learned from watching this.
I mean, we learned it's 2009. We're all on a bullet train to the top. From here on out, the roads are paved in gold. We're all going straight to heaven.
Yeah.
When we die.
It's straight to heaven. Not even a delay in purgatory. And we've learned that some t-shirts come with little metal studs that you can feel. You can feel them.
What's next for that T-shirt?
Can you feel them?
Look at this weird guy. Look at that guy. Oh.
Which one? The sweater guy?
That guy in the back looks like looking at Bernie's
Look
stuff.
at my man with he's got a affliction shirt under the sport coat, which has got to be the worst possible look. There's Rasputin. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How can there be any doubters after what we've seen here today? Well, all right. I guess thank you for joining us. What the fuck is wrong with you that you did this? What the fuck is wrong with any of us?
Well, we're never doing this again. So there's that.
Well, yeah. You know what? Let's all think about the role we played and how this all came to be. Oh no! It's Gegard Mousasi! Gegard Mousasi had to get shoved out of the frame.
Dreamcatcher. That's how you end it.
Wonderful end.
That's how you end it.
And with that, we will say good night.